But I feel as good a time as any to start. We got everybody who has their 2024 book close by, just in case. The entirety of tonight's session is brought to you by whatever I can pull out of my ass and a vague idea of what's going on.
You have diarrhea.
Wouldn't you like to know, German boy? Wouldn't you like to know? Go on,
Because
Bob.
then you can pull a lot out of your ass.
So,
Oh, I have another great Dookie story to tell.
we do not need another one.
It's okay, Gark. Thank you. Next time.
It's my weekly ritual though.
So, there's been an odd series of events over what would be the past, I want to say, year or so for you guys. It started with some issues just north of Arm in a small monastery where there was a particular blighting that happened. Crops dying, and many people saw this was a test from, and I've been meaning to ask this all week, what god again? Lathander?
Yeah.
Hey, my favorite.
Did you just call him something else other than Lathander? Because part of me is thinking he was called like something father or that, and I'm just not sure if I'm just mixing shit up again.
I think all three of us gave it a personal nickname. If I'm not mistaken.
he has different names for different people and areas, so yeah, could be.
So, it was seen as a test in this little monastery's area. Lathander was testing the resolve of his people. It got worse and worse and worse, and it never really seemed to get better.
The best type of test.
Oh yeah. What do you mean there was another page? In this little area, Aziri, I want to say. Am I saying that right, Tom?
Yep.
Aziri was a young girl that worked there in the fields with her parents. Slowly, over time, however, both her parents, and everybody else also started to get quite sick. Around that time, a small group from a sister monastery, or militaristic sect, was sent down to aid in this. As well as that, there was also the Good Samaritans that aided as well. And for a period of time, this particular area tried to overcome this test. Test of faith, test of resolve, and many people were failing and many people were dying. One day,
Some at the same time.
the girl known as Aziri collapsed in the field and had a great, profound vision. A bursting sun with 2 additional shadows coming forth. It was about that time she met Angel. Who, that's you, Gark, because I ain't gonna pretend I can say that.
You can also just say Claymore. It might be
I could,
cooler,
but
you know.
But Angel
more
makes you sound
manly.
cute.
Angel makes me sound like I work in a strip club and I'm about to give you a blowy.
Aren't you?
Glad you said it. Realising that the general shape of this person fit one of those shadows, they ran. There were other circumstances involving this, but they left the area, fleeing for life, as Angel had a bit of the blight in him. Aziri, however, miraculously cured by this sunflower seed that seemed to give this profound vision. A few days later on the road, one of the Good Samaritans who had worked and helped was walking up. And it's another name that I can't pronounce. Fox.
Ich wäre. It's easy. Just say ich wäre.
Ichi.
Itchy, yes, perfect.
Oh my fucking god.
As you were walking up, you saw the dishevelled, dying man and the now not so young woman. And the woman saw you and realised, hey, it's another one of those weird shadows that I'd seen. So, you helped, to the best of your ability, to heal up Angel and use all set off just around the areas, getting to know everything, taking a little look. And he's built up a little bit of a camaraderie. You've been in the southern region of the Sword Coast area, just north of south of Candlekeep, for quite some time. In that time, one of you has started taking to using sign language because it hurts so hard to talk. The other two of you make do as is. Today is another one of those days. Out there, on the road, walking through. You've seen some things in your time. You've also seen the spread and cure in places of this particular blighted land. Places that were almost on the brink of ruin, brought back and prospering once more. You feel that's maybe one day going to get back to where you were. But in this time, yous have made do. Odd jobs here and there, a little bit of exploration, the nomadic life. Yous have enjoyed the time here today. Walking through not a thick wood, but a rather thin area. As the night is drawing to a close, these are looking for a place to camp. It's going to be one of those times where I go ahead and just delete this so it's fresh for us. As you have been looking for a place to camp, it's all nice and all good. You soon find a little place to camp out and to enjoy. A nice long rest. But things didn't quite feel right. Where is it? I'm going to ask. Do you have any particular place in mind, any particular destination within the lore, within the Sword Coast in general, that yous would be calling a destination that yous wish to head to?
Where are we right now? You said Candlekeep?
South of Candlekeep, north of the border of that's your rough region. Where's the map? There we go.
I vote we go east.
Let me very quickly pull the map. You'd think I'd just have imported this from the Eve of Ruin game, but you know, that would be me doing something smart.
You can't do that.
I know. How dare I?
Clara will suggest going east perhaps as well, but with a bit of a detour, following the coastway and then the river.
Let's go to Hardbuckler.
So
We could, yeah.
let's see.
Because he thinks if we go directly east, we have plains and hills and fields, mountains to deal with no idea what might be on the path. If we go the coastway, it's relatively safe. We follow the river, it's relatively safe. We know what.
Yeah, towards
cities will come
Baldur's
across.
Gate, Elturel, Triel, Hardbuckler.
For example.
Do we have an actual map?
It will take me The briefest of
no,
moments
no.
to import. Oh,
Do the characters have an actual map?
I would say as part of Gark's mission as he came, he would have had a map of that generalized area.
I think it'd be quite
Can you
obvious
just
to
say?
both of you that Aziri has never really seen or read a map before, so she doesn't really know what it entails.
But you should know more or less the layout, no? Of what's around.
No, this is the furthest I've been from home.
And every step is another step further away from home.
That's a weird thing to say. Why did you say that?
Because I'm very original.
I feel that was a
Okay.
lyric from somewhere.
Yeah, it's from Lord of the Rings.
God damn it.
It's the Hobbit. What's his name? Sam.
Samwise?
Yeah.
Clower will stroke his finger across the map, following the coastway
At
route,
least it's across the
and
map
then the
and not
river.
across something else.
And then following the river up until Easting, and then go from there.
Oh, good news. I say good news, and then it lags. Gotta love it when you have an idea in mind and it's like, oh yeah, here we go. And then I will just quickly remove the grid. No, I do not want to adjust the grid, I want to remove it. There we go, there we go. And then I'm going to put on for use here. Turn off token vision, turn off fog, turn on global. Sword Coast map. Here we are.
Oh yeah, brother.
And then I'm just going to use the party token for this. Bing bong.
You said we had a general map. I'm assuming it's a general map of only Sword Coast, then?
Yeah, only Sword Coast, but this is like the... As opposed to scouring the internet for a map for 5 minutes, you know, I will say the map you have runs the gambit of... Let's see... Let's say this general region here. If it's in the blue box.
That's pretty
I
small.
want to go here.
Where?
Here.
Heartbuckler. Why do you want to go to Heartbuckler so bad?
Because I'm familiar.
The word hard there invokes the pervert.
No, it's because my Wednesday game plays in Heartbuckler.
Well, in the area.
And also very much so in a Heartbuckler. But Clower will suggest following the safest routes in that case and going like this to avoid as much hostile confrontation as possible.
There's actually a road a little further north. Over here. This way.
Alright, yet again, Clower will prefer following a relatively safe river instead of going through, quite literally, the fields of the dead.
No, it's a road. I have a map here that shows a road being here.
That's a river.
No, not the River Kiontar. That like a road that goes over here, and then goes down this way.
This is a map. Clower will look at you questioningly. What fucking road? We have the same map.
Okay, fine. We'll follow the river then.
Have this one from a tea towel.
How emphatic is is fucking in your sign language? Do you actually just use the middle finger? What?
Yeah.
Road?
It's the interactive Sword Coast map that's been used that integrates all of the different map variations. It's like the tradeway goes up a fair bit into Borsky Bridge, and then there's a road that goes from Trollclaw down into Baldur's Gate, and also from Baldur's Gate towards Elturel. It does exist, and I will say it is on this map. I'll draw it in red for you. Gark, you put your hand up. Is everything okay?
Did I? Oh. How did I do that?
You pushed H.
Like this.
I'm pushing H right now. Doesn't
There's
do
the
anything.
raise my hand function. If you look in the top
Oh.
left corner, there's like a whole bunch of
Oh, I guess
functions,
that,
and one of
yeah.
them is raise my hand.
I was looking up how to how to spell fucking in sign language, so that might be why.
Yeah, there's kind of like the road layout that I've written in pink for you. That's the kind of layout that Vox is on about in the map that he's been looking at.
Flower will-
Azuri puts her finger over here on the map. He says, why can't we go there? It looks like it's empty. Be things there.
Flower will
very
sign
empty.
will sign the word drown.
What's that?
Lots of water. Too much
He'll
water.
put both his hands over his throat and just kind of choke himself out for a little bit,
Ah, peace
and
and
then point
quiet.
towards the map again. He stays adamant about the route he planned out, as to avoid the whole Fields of the Dead thing, but ultimately, he'll follow along.
I think Clara's got the right idea. We should. Besides, there's more dots on the way.
Because you also always could just do this. Just takes a little longer, but more dots on the way.
Why
Hopefully
would we do
safer.
that if we got to get here?
Well, why the fuck would we use any of those roads if we want to get to Heartbuckler?
Because a road is a safe travel method. Alright, let's just follow the river then.
Right, well, at least at one point, Baldur's Gate is where we decide further.
No, let's avoid Baldur's Gate. Let's just follow the river.
Okay. Right, that's fun. Yeah. All my bitches I hate Baldur's Gate.
I've had enough of Baldur's Gate. I'll be playing the game soon.
I'm also wondering who has been a leader, navigator, or whatever.
That's the thing,
Are
we
we-
all follow each other.
Yeah,
It's how we wrote the
but are you
lore.
traveling in like a horizontal line, or is someone
We're
always
traveling in a
up
circle,
down?
we're all following each other.
So
How are we going to plan on making a circle with 3 people?
I've got it set up that your drawing distance tool is as close as I can possibly get it to the key down the bottom. So 100 mile is going to be about 100 mile.
What? Yeah, right, yeah.
Just so you're aware, because I imagine one of you is smart enough to know how to use the map like that. Don't know who it would be, but one of you is.
So
Just
Get
watching
into
that number
Heartbuckler.
get bigger.
Getting to Heartbuckler is about 720 miles.
That's a good 2 days of walking.
Yeah, of course. We do
Depending on
we
the
do 1 day of walking, and then we use our hyper advanced teleport machine, and then we do 1 more day of walking.
You have one of those?
It also depends on the speed of walking, huh?
That's true, yeah. He'll mournfully shake his head. No, he does not have an advanced teleportation machine,
Not yet.
unfortunately. Not yet, yeah. It'll come to us at 13th level, I believe. But yeah, Clower will kind of start the walk. There's no daddling around.
Ifrith will follow.
You're slower, aren't you, Gark?
Yes, very much so.
Then I think Aziri would end up walking ahead of you because she wouldn't really register to match her pace to you.
Yeah, at some point she's just miles ahead of me.
She's like walking like 40 feet in front of you, not realising that you're falling behind.
Yeah, he's just sprinting, trying his best, out of breath and panting.
As you're walking up, so someone's just travelled like 200 miles in a day.
Sorry, I was just moving the token along.
Also, he's getting past candle, keeps you watching that beautiful big massive library comes and goes. As you're now on, I believe it was the Lion's Way, as it was in the Baldur's Gate book. Can't quite remember, but as you pass on up by that, and as the sun starts to set across the water, you see it breaking through the trees of the Cloakwood, and all looks nice. After a brief period, I do not know who here has the highest perception. Part of me wants to say it's Vox, but I've been wrong before.
No, I have 10.
Clower has
might
7,
be.
so...
Fuck's
That
sake.
might be. I think that might be.
The highest passive perception here is 10.
Yep.
This is great.
Amazing.
And then there's Gark with his 7.
And this is with us coordinating our characters.
Put all your heart and soul into it. And that's okay, but as you are walking by eventually, you hear it. It's a bit late though. You know, you've been in your own little world and your own little thing, and then eventually you hear the clippity-cloppity and the whinnying of horses and cart. As it comes up, you see a older man sitting on the cart, drawn by 3 horses. As he looks down at you. Say, tough evening for a stroll. Mind if I ask where you're off to?
But you're not strolling. You're sitting up there.
Oh, I am indeed. And you're on Shanks's pony by the looks of it.
No, I'd never owned a pony. Too expensive. We had a goat and a cow and some chickens.
Ah, hard-working lass. What about your friends there? And points towards Vox's character. Already forgot your name, though. Itchy. Points towards Itchy.
He's not a lass.
Clara will walk up to the old man, unravel the map, and point towards Hardbuckler. There might be a bit of crayon lines on the map itself.
Gotta keep us easy.
Just ignore those.
Gotta keep us easy entertained somehow. See, takes a look at it. Hardbuckler. That's quite a ways away.
Not.
Do you have any lodgings for the night at all?
Points towards the nearest tree.
When was the last time you had a good warm meal and a nice bed to sleep in for the night?
Depends on your definition of bed.
4 posts, headboard, footboard, slats, mattress, pillows.
Well, that's been a while.
No blanket?
We have this thing, it's called a dovet. It comes from way up north.
Sounds right fancy, that. I only had a pallet and a blanket.
What say you? And he kind of looks at you there, Chloe.
What say he?
Yeah. What say you?
He didn't finish a sentence. He just said, "What say you?"
The old man says to you, what say you?
Me specifically.
You specifically.
I pointed toward the map. Hardbuckler, we need to get there.
And he then said about like a good night's sleep and a bed and a nice warm meal.
Clower shakes his head and keeps tapping the map to Hardbuckler. making the whole, hurried motion.
I think he's asking if these two having an argument about how to get there.
Oh, well, up by Baldur's Gate, and then you can take the river by boat, or you can walk through Elturel in Fields of the Dead. The companion, big blue sun. It's something fierce. Wouldn't recommend it. Always daytime.
This cart that the man is in, does it look comfortable to sleep in?
Yeah, there's a hay, but it's like your stereotypical Oregon Trail type one. Like, it's hooded up and all that, and it is quite long, and it does require a few horses to pull it. But one probably could get a decent night's sleep in it.
Clower will sign towards Azeri. Can you ask him for 5 gold pieces if he can bring us to Baldur's Gate, and in the meantime we can sleep in the cart? Like a drunk Uber type deal.
My friend here says 5 gold pieces to Baldur's Gate.
I can...
There might have been a question mark there, but I don't understand his symbol's great.
Is he affiliated with any gangs?
What was that?
Is he affiliated with any gangs?
Yes and no. Depends on what constitutes as a gang. Does the order count as a gang?
It could to some people. We'll leave it at that as a joke. Is he?
Not that I know of. No.
He looks at you. I can get you there. However, I'm headed up to my my house, the wife. If you'd like to stay with us for the night, and we'll get you there. In about 2-3 days, give or take. It's a bit late, and we do own a bed and breakfast. I'll give you free lodgings for the night and a warm meal.
Yeah, Clower gives a question look. He doesn't quite trust this. Just random man who just says, "Yeah, come to me, my house is wife, my wife's house." My bad. We'll give you a bed and food for free. Just trust me, bro. Clower will look at Azeri and Itchy and just kind of shake his head very subtly, or try to do it very subtly. Met with dead silence. He'll
Can insight check up if you want.
insight check from out.
Yeah, you can insight check.
Ichurat will probably be fine with trusting strangers.
I mean, I could try.
Yeah.
It's not going to be good. I can tell you that much.
Well, it'd help if I could see.
Yeah, sorry. That was actually pretty good.
Why? That's asking for a lot.
It's huge. The guy, as he says, if there's an honesty in his voice, an earnesty, as he says it, seems hopeful that you will come, and it does get this impression that he does have a small bed and breakfast with his wife.
Is it down south? Did he say that?
Up north.
Well, up north. Okay, that convinces him a little more.
Does the man or his cart have any signs of lathander or flowers on it?
Very bog standard, plain, old, beaten up wooden cart with like ripped. What's the word I'm looking for? Ripped cloth on it. It's very much. It looks kind of more like used farm equipment more than anything. Like, you reckon you'd something like that in the past? Just something as old but still held together with spit and gum, but it works as long as you start it in the right direction and do things exactly as is.
How are his horses looking? Are they looking beaten, well treated?
They look... They're thoroughbred horses, for certain. They're definitely strong, but they look old and tired.
Well, just take care of your horses. At least we can, yeah, I don't see why I wouldn't trust you. Can I try and stroke one of the horses or pat them or...
Yeah.
Where do you want to stroke them?
On the neck?
Brother.
You turn a very innocent question there, Vox, and bad
Yeah,
Vox.
on the neck is fine. Right, makes sense.
Yeah, pat or they're fine with it. They don't seem to be in any way annoyed or seem to back away from it. They're more than happy to be pet, is the word I'm going to use, before Vox get any more dirty words in his mind.
As she strokes the horse's neck, she'll just say, "Oh, by the way, my name's Aziri, and here we have Chloe and Ishvarath." And then she'll gesture to the two.
I'm Jeremiah. And
Jeremiah.
these here are Daisy, Maisie, and Jim.
Chloe will give Maisie one of his rations and then kind of pull himself up onto the cart with great fatigue.
You should pull yourself up out of the front and like the driver's seat, like passenger side.
No, he'll sit more at the back, I believe. He'll
The
let
back's
someone
like
else be the...
tented, so he'd be like walking around and up at the back end.
That's fine. We'll let someone else be shotgun, seeing as he isn't the most conversative person.
You give the horse the ration, it takes it and it just, you know, eats it then and there. It doesn't seem to like scarf it down or anything, but, you know, takes it nicely, like a well-fed animal would get taking a little treat.
Scott, I like you as a DM. I like that you make roleplay noises every now and then.
That one
Could
was
you
not
please
one of
never
them.
in your entire could you never in your entire life make that lip smacking, horse stroked fucking whatever that was.
That's instead of a good macaroni cheese, is what it is.
Back when I was living in Brussels, there was something called a Glory Hall Cinema,
Gee, I
which
didn't
was
want to know.
run by old ladies, and I can only imagine that the noise you made is a noise that they make
Oh,
Dark,
in that cinema.
I'm sure that was only in Brussels while you were here.
Yeah, it closed down when I left. It went bankrupt.
Control Shift N. This is for personal okay, right, cool. Right. Hope you weren't frequent there, Gark. Hope you weren't a frequent there.
Did you just incognito mode look up?
You know, just in case it was an actual thing, and Orange and Black YouTube very much tells me that yes, this is an actual thing.
Yeah, you can also find it on Cinema Treasures. It's a website.
Control D and enter. Anyway, as you climb into the back, you see three others sitting there. This older, sort of gruff old man, really thick beard and furrowed brow. One of those, like, crazy old men is the only way to describe it. He's gonna climb in as he gives you a little look and kind of shifts just ever so slightly. To him, it seems imperceivable. To you, like, you just watch as he, like, gets an inch or two away from you. Just a younger man dressed in the clothes of Demeter. Very much a scholar of Candlekeep who has been potentially sent out into the world. And the third man...
Chloe, he's like tiredly kind of... Can I sort of vault in after him, like really energetically and physically? Two hands and just jump.
You're gonna get in and like, buttons down a little bit. See the same there. It's like everybody kind of gives you that look, like, you know, polar opposites, if you will. The younger bald Demeter monk, half elven. The older human man, and then this third figure kind of just sits in the back, wrapped in numerous blankets and such. All you really see is a set of eyes, and you kind of hear like this chattering from him. You with him? Tom, you were going to say something there?
Oh, just say good day to people in the back.
I was writing down everything I did for this, so that way I remember. Doing that thing where I take notes.
Won't last.
What was that?
Won't last.
I know for a fact it won't last. But right now, this is everything. This is all me. I need to remember what I've said, else we have these things called contradictions.
Can I take a seat next to one of the monks, not the one wrapped up?
Yeah. Let's name these people real quick as well.
And while we're waiting, Aziri takes out a quite large cooking pot and starts sort of spinning it, trying to get it to spin like a spinning top.
Clover will look attentively, absolutely engorged by the process.
So, yeah, sit down and spit and say hello to everybody. The younger elf raises his hand. Hello. You know, Ban's kind of, looks down at the pot and what you're doing. He's just like, eyeing you up and down. Meanwhile, the third wrapped figure seems to have this 1,000-yard stare off to the south. Vox, you jumping in the back or are you jumping shotgun?
What does shotgun mean?
Passenger seat.
I don't like firearms, so I'll jump in the back.
You what now?
I'll jump in the back because I don't like firearms.
Okay. You should jump in the back as well. The cart kind of whoosh off once more. You hear those little clips of the clops of the horses as you make your way up the coastway for a time. The young monk kind of looks at you. What brings just looks round like this haggard, basically infectious man. This rough, dirty younger woman and whatever Vox is. Looks at you. What brings?
Were we together?
Yeah.
Larry there, he was ill, and me and Itchy here, we were helping them.
Yes.
You were what?
We were helping him get better. See, it wasn't too long ago that I myself was suffering a bit, but I got over, and I was able to help Larry when he was in pain.
Watches the monk kind of lunges forward a little towards yourself there, Gark. Seen a lot of privately rolled dice and I'm scared.
Sorry, I was just checking something real quick.
Yeah. He comes towards you and you see in his eyes there's a curiosity. And then sort of hesitantness as he kind of looks at you. Gets a feeling that he's not too sure if he can approach. As to him It looks like maybe he gets a bit too close to you. It'll probably be the last breath, so he draws. May I... I'm just gonna like... what I'm doing with my hands around his face.
Oh shit. I don't... both in character and out of character, I don't know what that means.
He's finding it very hard to articulate the words, but he is going towards your face.
He wants to inspect you like my pops did with the cows he would buy. Check the teeth, check how runny your nose is, look at your eyes to see if you have clear or watery eyes.
Upon hearing that, Clower will scoot away and sign the word contagious towards Azeri.
Oh. Are you from... I'm gonna point just out the back of the cart towards the mountain peaks. Do you get the feeling he can understand what you're saying? In sign language.
We are, yeah, right. The mountains, right. I forgot.
These are southern, I suppose would be the best choice of words. I believe it's kind of this-ish. Somewhere around the pink.
Azeri is from the green fields. I think Itchy is from the mountains or south.
Just south of the mountains, around here.
The town, or did I say the town? The capital of Katla.
Yeah. Which is like here
Yeah.
on the river.
Came up in the previous one as well.
Azeri goes sort of from the mountains? Yes, I suppose so.
That's a bit afflicting, yes. I'm Aquam. I am seeking information and answers in regards to this. I'm looking to write a book on this. What can you tell me of your experience? Surely you know what a book is.
Flower shakes his head.
Kinda moves a bit closer to you, and as he does, kinda signs with his hands. Can you read?
Sounds like I wouldn't bet on it.
Yeah, comes back on and looks. Well, this is going to get out his pocket and pulls out this little book. I'm going to say it's about the size of this packet of medication. The little server's flip notebook more than anything. And he does like this, and he starts flicking it through, and you can see the very fancy, pretty fancy-ish handwriting. This man very much studied calligraphy in his spare time. He's gonna give it a little cursory flick, and you can see some of the notes. I'm gonna ask a question I never thought I'd have to ask another party member. Can you actually read? Can Azeri actually read?
So the only book she would have seen would have been, like, in church you have the St. James's Bible, the big fancy one.
Yeah.
She would have seen that, and they would have had schooling where she would have been taught to read her name, probably, I think, and possibly a couple of passages from that book. So she knows her letters. I don't think she's ever read a book, though.
Sweet. So the note says Azeri can kinda read.
Yeah, kinda read. I have a better chance of reading if it's religiously and Lathander based.
He pawns it and gets to a random bit and looks at it. So this here, as I've been writing, is about the wildlife in the wood of the sharp teeth. The east.
Pictures.
I am not artistically inclined. But do you see here? There's.
I look over at Itchy. Does that mean that yes or no?
I don't think so.
We talk about all the numerous little birds over in the woods. Finch. It's a small little bird, and how what's happened has affected them, and the wood pigeon, and how that's affected the wood pigeon, as well as common street pigeon and seagull, also known as flying rats with wings.
Wait, they fly and they have wings?
Pigeons are flying rats with wings. See, shows you the little page, as he does. Yeah. Rips it out of his little notebook and gives it to you there, Azuri. You practice on that. Maybe when next we meet, you'll be able to read my wax.
What does it say about us? It's those type of birds. They're the ones where I'm from.
About what?
Chuffs and the tits, they're the type of birds we've got. We've got the chuffinch, the field chuff, the wheat chuff, and then we have the big tit, the greater big tit, the blue tit, the purple tit, and the softly sun green tit.
That sounds abusive.
They're just birds.
I thought about using tit, and I'm like, nah, we're not gonna use tit. That would be childish.
What do you mean there's many tits in the forest?
See, and it looks up. I have yet to see them. I'm headed to Baldur's Gate for some apothecary stuff, and then I will be headed down. But you say there's the great tit, blue tit, greater tit, and the field chuff, wheat chuff, and
You left out the soft singing green tit.
soft singing green tit.
Yes. Those are all the
Many
ones in the where I'm from.
Sure. Notates them down and looks at. Okay. Also, the little notebook and puts it like back in the inside. So, where's the user headed?
Once again, unfurls a map. Yeah, drastically points towards Hardbuckler.
He wants to go to Hardbuckle, but they're having an argument about the best way. I think.
Oh, Griffin.
Yeah.
Griffin is the best way.
What'd she say? Griffin? Like travelling by Griffin?
Yes.
Is this the same man that is in the whole fucking Eve of Ruin game?
No.
Okay.
No.
Thinking a crossover happening.
Griffin is just a mode of transport you can get in a few metropolitan cities. And he is a learned scholar.
Flower will sign to the scholar, afraid of heights, sun god. Blasphemy.
Yeah. Signs back, understandable. Also,
Signs back, I know, I can hear.
Demeter forbid that I be inclusive. And he says that with his hands a little slanted backwards to denote italics.
Inclusivity. Yuck.
Aziri will point to the wrapped up one and go, so what's wrong with him? Why is he like that?
That's Thef, he's been quiet. He told us he was cold. And he's been wrapped up since. I believe that he's maybe ill, but no one has any reason to believe otherwise. And he's kept himself to himself. So there's no harm. He's been quiet. Yep.
Could Clara make a medicine check to see if it's similar to his blight?
You can certainly try.
Jesus Christ, that was a good roll.
As you try to get close to unwrap this stuff, and as he immediately kind of kicks up and moves away, and you see these piercing eyes now just kind of looking at you. Don't.
Alright, respectful. He'll wrap it back up and go back sit down.
He kind of looks at you. And you see in his eyes as they sort of soften. You get the idea that he's thankful that you've borne off.
Of course.
Yep.
Do either of the monks have holy symbols or symbols of the founder or anything like that?
There's only one monk and a rather old grumpy man. The old monk does have a necklace around his neck of a eye with which a candle is atop. You know this is the holy symbol. You, Tom, knows this is the holy symbol of Demeter. Yeah. Whether Azizi knows that, Ziri knows that,
nope.
I will leave that in. She does not know that. Maybe Chloe or Ichi does.
Should I roll religion or history for that?
I'll give you either or in this case. Very much aware, symbol of Demeter, associated with knowledge, and is basically the main, if not only, god to the monks of Candlekeep. You also know, given that it's a nice, beautiful little 20 there, you also know that when it comes to entry to Candlekeep, if the monk has a book which is not found in the city of Candlekeep, the medallion will glow to indicate this, which will allow them entry into the city. And I'll call it, it's basically a fort, but it's a city. Give you that in a 20.
Okay.
Let's see. No. Looks at you as you notice him, and what god, pray tell, do you worship?
Me?
Yes, you.
I don't worship gods. I'm here to help the people around me.
You.
And any god who has the same persuasion has my support.
One of those ones. Not to sound in any way, shape or form bad. You know, just some people believe in the gods vehemently and others tend only to believe in the gods that help them at that moment in time. That's understandable. We're all like that at some point. I do so hope that your god finds you eventually, however.
He already has.
And which god is that?
That would be Lathander.
Do you all pray to Lathander? The three of you? So he kind of moves his hand essentially up what I believe would be the row of yous.
Clower squints his eyes but gives a very slow nod.
Of course, every day.
That is quite funny. The reluctant, the devout, and the on the fence.
Reluctant? I
I'll
never said reluctant.
be sure to write about yous. Is that interesting? And maybe I'll seek you out for some insight or help finding my way around when I go down towards Athkatla and such. He says as you can hear the whoa, the horse's name when he. The old man kind of looks, opposite the little tarp. We're here. Do mind yourself as you go in. I'll put the horses away and we will I'll let the wife know that yous are here. As everybody starts to depart, shall we say. And I will now quickly change. Right, there we go. Cool.
Hello.
Would Aziri know if Ballet would accept assistance getting in and out of the cart?
If he needs assistance.
Would he accept it, like if she offered to sort of like help him?
Yes, very much so. Half expecting you now to say she leaves.
No. She would sort of like jump down and then sort of almost like pick you up, carry you down from the cart. Just that little brief thing, so you don't. It's not a hard thing. It's not a hard like fall or jump or strain for you too much.
That's very nice of you. Kalawa does weigh 350 pounds.
I'll give you guidance so that you can succeed on your strength check there.
But he'll very much so appreciate it and sign a big thank you filled with gratitude. As a sentence, thank you filled with gratitude.
I'd say no roll for this specific, but it's not guidance and help as you basically help him down, my fair lady, with him. And I have went to the wrong map. That's okay. As you all get out, and he says, rather small, I suppose. Small house, square in nature. One story, nice. Shingled roof, rather quite posh. Nothing else really around. There's a stables off to the side, which will not be present on the map because, no, fuck doing that. Be honest with you. But there's a stables off to what would be the south on this, and as you approach, you see a rather large window to the left. Player left, character left actually for a change. So all the way to the left, a large bay window with some light pouring out of it, and a large double door. There is a map. I knew I was missing something. It was. There we go. It was sick. I forgot. Tales of. Yep, I forgot. I forgot a playlist in Momento. But yeah, let me know if you can see, if you can't see what's going on, because, you know, the amount of times I put people in maps and they just can't see is... It's high.
No, it's all good.
I can see, yeah.
I can also see. Not very far, but I can see.
I mean, me as a player can see. Flower's just in his own bubble.
Let's say music. Oh. Real quick. Or I forget. Then where's it here? Okay, There we go. I forgot to import this one. And at that.
Is this what Itchy plays? What we hear right now?
Yes.
Sure.
Ah.
On the wire. Yeah.
Before I open a door to a vault filled with goblins, this is the inn, yeah?
This is the little house, yes. Little bed and breakfast area.
Because I'm half expecting to open this door and there's just a red dragon.
So there's a
We'll
frost
open it.
giant. As you open into this nice hallway, you can see a chandelier at the top. One of those not very fancy ones. Holds an awful lot of lights. A nice rug off to the right hand side. You can see a few coat hooks. A nice large painting on the northern wall there. A beautiful mountain painting. Nice waterfall, some horses. Under, just in the very corner, you read the signature there. Bob of House Ross. It's beautiful watercolor.
Okay. Can I just look around for anything that may be seen that could be significant?
Sure, you can roll an investigation check. Or perception, dealer's choice. This, by far, a very basic hallway. Few sconces on the side, unlit, in lieu of the large chandelier at the top. Double door to the left, double door to the right, as everybody else kind of walks in and makes their way into the room. You hear as the old man, Jeremiah, goes into the kitchen. You hear some conversation.
Is any of the doors trapped?
I mean, you could go ahead and check that if you want.
Are these the folk that were with us in the cart?
Yes.
Because that kind of looks like a scholar. Okay.
No, that's the new priest token.
Oh.
Yeah.
I got locked out. Okay.
The old man goes into the... Not the old man, the... Jeremiah goes into the kitchen for a moment. Kind of peers open the door and takes a little look. I kind of fucked it in this one. It's kind of hard to sit on the seats. I do apologise. He then peeks out and you hear the ecstatics of a woman. And she kind of opens the door. Hello! Hi. Will you all be staying tonight? No, please, no. One at a time.
Can't speak for
realistically
days.
speaking,
We believe that the owner offered us room and board.
Aye. But you may have made other plans since you've met, and may just want a meal.
I think we'll graciously accept both. Thank you.
Of course, of course. You just kind of gestures. The older man, Jeremiah. I'm just gonna quickly put this on here so I know not to call him the old man. Call him the grumpy man.
Aren't they all old?
Older. Like, the old man is like 70 type old, and the other ones are like, 40. But that's old for this setting, right? For humans, that's kind of old in this setting. Is Germano walks up to us. Allow me to show you your rooms.
What, the food?
Your room. Is he gonna?
Yeah, but we're just gonna leave the food behind.
That food ain't on the table yet, Gort.
Okay.
Opens the door for all of you and points in towards the room. There's a bed, trunk for all your stuff, a bathroom and a wardrobe. Please.
Oh, it's a shared room.
Yes.
Alright.
Do feel free to take off your armors, your weapons as well. We'll be getting dinner ready.
Yeah. Carl will take off his armor, which I think takes 10 minutes, or it takes an hour. Forgot, one of the two.
A chainmail I do not think is an hour. That's probably like 10 minutes or so.
Oh, well, 10 minutes. But he'll...
Does anybody else go
Unless-
into the room as well, or do you all just kind of sit there at a dinner table waiting?
I'll put my sickle in the room, I guess.
Yep.
I'll put off the armor, but if no one objects, he'll keep the great sword with him. And if someone's like, "Hey, you can't do that here," he'll place it next to the bed, or actually tucked inside the duvet.
Aziri, yourself, or are you just sitting at the table patiently waiting?
Have we been asked to put our stuff away? Is that?
You've been shown to the bedroom and told what's there, and dinner isn't on the table yet by any means. Like, you've just kind of been given your little tour beforehand. You're like, this is your room.
Sure, she'll
Breakfast at 7.
leave her pack, her hammer, and her axes in the room.
Also, within that time, you leave and come back.
Does anyone object to the great sword?
No. It's you do come in and kind of give it that look, like whatever makes you feel comfortable. I should have hit the repeat button in that tune, but I didn't. That's on me. No, I did hit the repeat button. It just does that thing where it doesn't only play once. There we go. As he's all put stuff away and come back in, the bundled up man is gone. Everybody looks, so, 1 course, 2 course, or just keep them coming? The monk's gonna...
I'll just hold up a single finger.
Monk
It also kind of depends on what the course is. If he now gets like 2 fucking slices of cheese as a starter.
Comes out, whole ass wheel of parmesan, sits it down next to you.
How is the table set? Is it set with like cutlery? Lots of cutlery?
A knife, a fork, a spoon, a plate, and a cup. And then there's just little serving plates that are empty, and a pewter or 2 of water. 2 candelabras, each with 3 candles, a centre one, and 2 slightly shorter ones on each side. And the northern wall is decorated with 2 sconces. Around the room there are numerous little paintings of all manner of people and places. They don't really seem of any importance, however. Like, they just kind of look like someone's done some little portraits here and there. Another large window off to the left here, and a wine cabinet next to that. Nice blue carpet. I imagine they had carpets of some sort back then.
Does it
Stitched together
seem-
rug.
Because to me, what you're describing seems like this is too rich for just two old people? Because when there was an old man in a shabbily cart invite me over for lodgings and dinner, I wasn't expecting like a fucking mansion. Or is that not the case right now? Oh, okay, sorry then.
That's okay. Understandable. The monk puts a finger up as well. You put a finger up. Is after a brief moment, a large plate of rolls, breads that you could smell being cooked, and meats is brought out, and then just a rather large pie is sat on the table. A large knife is placed in the centre. I'll be cooking more if you need anything else, however. And the old man kind of nods and I'll be helping my wife.
I think this calls for.
What you investigating?
This food is definitely not poisoned.
I mean, the door to the kitchen is open as they are. You do see they are rushing, and you're like of knives, and there is a heat coming from there. There is actually work being done. That's the phrase I'm looking for. But yeah.
Yeah, Clow will grab a roll and put it in. I suppose he has pockets in his vestments. So I'll put a roll in the pocket.
Is there any way to like sort of? So is there any way to sort of smell what type of pie it is?
Give a perception with advantage. As you grab that little roll, very nice, freshly made bread roll. It's a little bit like one of those hit before it gets out of the pocket.
Does it constitute as a single ration?
We'll say so, yeah.
Bread doesn't last so long.
Tom, I did say advantage, so we'll take the 12. Don't worry.
Yeah, sure.
It has all the trappings of a pork pie. You can see there's this fat that seems to be kind of oozing out and almost burnt onto a bit of the plate. The crust is it's rather perfectly circular and round pie, quite rough in places. Small little vent hole where the steam does escape, and there does seem to be about maybe a half-inch of space between crust and what seems to be like meat on the inside.
I look over at the monk and I say, "What's in this? What's in this?"
What's he? Takes the knife and cuts a rather slender piece and slips it under and starts to tease it out. You see the thick slab of grey meat, essentially. As he gives it a little sniff. As he does. Pepper, salt, bay. It's this is a pork, pig. I assume you're familiar with pork and pigs? He puts the slice on his plate and then he kind of holds the knife there and just kind of like gauging for like a second cut, making eye contact with people.
I'll shake his head. Is this the one that does sign language?
Yes.
Chloe will sign no hot food, and point to her throat, like.
Well, she's gonna cuts off a piece and puts it on a plate. And puts that plate to the side. And things back to you for when it's cold. He looks at you, Vo. It's Ichi. I went to make an attempt at the name and I'm like, no. Holds the knife there. Name. There's about 3/4 of this pie left.
He'll take the pieces.
Cuts a quarter and passes it over, and he watches the old grumpled man just kind of sits there, just soggying up a roll. As you can see, this man's got like 10 teeth left, and 9 of them are in his left hand. Let's see. Man and woman come back and forth. Anything that looks at you there, boy. Looks at. Is he eaten at all?
His throat hurts. His throat hurts.
Oh.
He's been ill. Hot food and like really chunky food hurts to eat. You can thumb down bread at the moment.
But just the thing is, he kind of runs back in. Comes out a moment later with a large, thick bowl and just kind of places it down in front of you. You get the whiff of the sweetness, and as you look down, it's just like a bowl of lukewarm porridge.
So it's still warm?
Lukewarm. It's not freezing cold, it's got just like a bit of heat in it.
Like room temperature?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's what you give to babies. It's like really cooled down.
Yeah, I know what porridge is. I also know how it feels when you put hot water on like a burn mark and stuff.
I'd go ahead if you want if you want like a definitive, I would say you're looking at about 15 Celsius.
Oh, that was very definitive. He'll just kind of look at the porridge because I don't know, man. I still don't quite trust this whole ordeal. And he has enough for the night, so he'll kind of sit there for a moment, contemplating whether or not he should eat it. He'll probably wait until his companions eat.
Vox?
Yeah.
What's that?
What's what?
Above the claymore, in the chat.
It's because Tom was talking about the birds.
The Tunnocks tea cake.
It's a bit of a stretch, mate. I'm not gonna lie. I think nowadays we just call them kisses. You can imagine why. They're all very good though.
Yeah, because the name is controversial. But
Really? Really? You don't say.
but it is actually still. Most people actually still call it that.
That's a Tunnocks tea cake. That's what that is. A delicious tea cake. Yeah. These are all eating and enjoying as the night goes down. There is wines and such passed around. Wines, water, some beers and such. The standard fare, really. As the sun starts to set, geez, stop linking yourself to the actual time, goddammit. That's going to be a real pain in the ass to get past. The sun starts to set right down. You can see the moon and the stars, and these two old people just been cooking up a storm. Eventually, firstly, the grumpy old man calls it a night at first. Then, maybe an hour or so later, the priest also retires for the night, leaving yourselves the old man and his now beat wife. Beat is in exhausted, Vox, by the way, don't get your hopes up.
Oh, too bad.
I'm sitting there at the table with you, as you're all essentially just shooting the shit and talking as she takes your lives story and such. As Chloe signs to yourselves, why free?
Your son is after love stories, by the way. You won't interrupt or anything.
Yep. It's just like them getting your story, like picking it up, and then the signing of why free is put out there. to.
Wait, can they even understand sign language? Do they
The-
reply at all?
These two people can't.
Oh shit.
She will translate. He'll say, Claymore wants to know what the nicety comes from to offer us the free meal and rest.
Gives a thumbs up.
Well, you see, we run this place and we help everybody where we can. And near the end of the year, once we've made enough to see ourselves through for the next half, we give back to the people. Anybody that wishes to come here, given the time is right, we will take them in and give them a night free of charge, just as our way of saying thank you, and also to, you know, it's advertising. You didn't pay for any of this, and you had the best night of your life, we hope. So, hopefully you will, think of us the next time you're down this way and stop in and pay for a stay and tell all your friends.
Sounds like they're about to say you didn't pay with money, you paid with something else. And then suddenly I don't have a soul anymore.
That's all. It's giving, not taking.
Sounds a bit like the drug dealer in front of the school. How kind of you.
Can I offer something in sort of payment? I have to say this is amongst the best food I've ever had. Never had anything so rich and tasty. My favourite food though was my mama's sunflower seed cake recipe. Could I give that to you?
Sunflower seed, I would need to try it first, but if you do come back, I will make it for you as well.
Fine, and she will recite the recipe.
Watch as the woman starts to take this down in writing, a little notebook. Chloe, you're right there. As you watch as she's writing this down in a little notepad.
Keep in mind that 7 passive.
Yeah. Very scratchy. Like she's rushing with it from what it seems. Almost like a shorthand. She's nodding and looking at you and looking around and taking it all in before she kind of flips it. I totally forgot about that, 7, don't worry. It's right there as well, Matthew. It's right. Oh, it's actually up there. It is. Here you go. She notes it. Well, I'll be sure to start growing sunflowers for your next journey. Is journey the word I'm looking? Yes, journey is the word I'm looking for. The next time round here, shall we say?
They are very good crop sunflowers. They have lots of properties. It's worth saying that the cake recipe is very black. No sugar in it at all.
Were they writing scratchily because Azeri was saying the recipe very quickly? Because you said shorthand or something. I couldn't quite catch it.
That's what it looks like. The question I need to ask is all the languages, you still have languages on your sheet that you said you didn't have? I don't know if that's just been an issue with the updating.
Common, Sign, and Giant, yes. I don't know where Abyssal comes from, but I did re-import the characters, so it might be because of my back. It is because of my background. There we go.
Oh, your background's giving you Abyssal?
Yes, it let me choose. And at first I got Celestial from Aasimar, so I picked Abyssal, I forgot why. Probably corruption through Blight. But is it too late to change that to Celestial? Because that makes more sense.
You can have it Celestial, yeah. I just want to update it and I'll get you reimported later on. Because it came from what would be next. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for there. Okay. Nice. So. Okay, that's right. Cool, just checking.
A little scared.
No, it's trying to give you an idea of the script, and then the image it shows is it's not anything in world. It's like a real life dagger, and I'm like, that's not what we need though, is it? Yeah, you see this rather as they're writing it. The language is basically depicting how it would be. You see this like almost scratch-like language. Doesn't look like common, is what we'll say. Like you get in a passive perception at a 7, that's not common. But common is also quite a long, wide and flowy language. This is quite sharp and angular. Complete opposite. She's marked it down and she stands up, walks round to the little drinks cabinet once more and grabs a bottle, grabs the jug and makes her way into the kitchen, and you hear boom, the bottle opening and pouring once more. She comes back with 2 pewters. It's a little late. We should maybe retire. One more before we go, though. I have water or wine. It's a dealer's choice.
Aziri's been drinking water the whole night, so she'll take more water.
Walks around and pours it to you. You can see the one that she's pouring is water, and like kind of holds the wine pewter at a bit of an angle, kind of offering it round to people.
Ishvirath will also take water.
Yeah. Over and under, and kind of holding the wine one towards yourself, gesturing if you would like some wine there. Claire?
Absolutely not. Alcohol burns. So he'd like a glass of water if it looks alright.
Yeah. Some nice
if the water looks green, he'll have a pass.
No, clear water.
Yeah, okay.
Pours on up, kind of puts them down, takes the bottle and kind of holds it to the light and just kind of tries to gauge how much is left in it. Walks back into the kitchen and you hear it gloom, 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 gloom. And you hear someone get stopped at the bottle. She comes back with 2 glasses and puts the bottle back in the little bottle holder. It was one of her husband, one herself, and we'll see you bright and early in the morning, I suppose. She takes a little drink of hers and starts to grab the stuff from the table, and both of them take it into the kitchen.
Aziri would start to help and start taking stuff out for them as well, clearing the table.
Yep. You go into this nice little kitchen. It is very much stocked. Cheeses, breads, cutting boards, a lot. You can see the pans, the sink is filled up. Basically every plate has been used. You also see a rather large bookshelf in the corner. I'll just quickly, there you go. You can see, and then let you do what you are. As they... Yep.
Did she offer to help wash up?
We're just gonna get them in the morning. It's looks out the window. It's a little late, and we've been drinking.
Would you like me to stay up and do it? I used to do it all the time at home. And my mum always said that it's far better to get this stuff done before. The sooner started, the sooner finished. I can have a good go at cleaning up for you. It's only fair. You've done such a nice thing for us.
That's fine. No arguing with if you wish to do that. You can. We will take our leave for the night, and they give you a little nod and make their way out the room. They close the door for you.
Oh.
You then hear the door, the front doors locking. If you need anything to get out in the night, just come and find us, as they shout on over. And then hear a door opening and closing. And you are now on your own. Yeah.
Might be stating the obvious, but this is a window, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Is the window locked? Did they lock the windows or just the front door?
The windows weren't open. They do seem to open, but only a little bit, just enough to let a breeze in. They seem to be like nails in at the side, so they'll only go up so far.
That's a little odd.
You are cleaning all up after having a nice rest. Can everybody make a con save?
Yes. Is this for exhaustion? Just wondering.
Vox,
Yes.
Can you?
con save, please.
Oh no.
As you are working away, and as you're walking around the dining room, maybe it's exhaustion, maybe it's delirium, but you're sure you didn't drink anything too hard. You look at the window, and one window becomes two, becomes three, becomes a wall, becomes a ceiling, becomes darkness as you hear the thud. As you kind of spin round there. You spin to take a look, and as you do, the spin seems to take you, and what was a window was cheese, was a door, was a wall, was a ceiling, was a ZZ space looking down at you, getting closer and closer. And darkness. As things go black for all three of yous, and yous are unconscious. And please, with the love of all that is holy, do the thing. I'll be... Cool. I don't need to throw an unconscious tag on you, I just need to throw a blinded tag on you. Which can actually be done from the effects tag as well. You can do it to yourselves. They finally got that shit working, it's great. Doesn't quite work with the exhaustion rules though. Those are done manually through the right click. But yeah. We're just going to very quickly move people places. No, I do not want to put you on a teleporter. Thank you. There we go. And then, yep. I'm doing this thing where I hold Alt to just quickly drag someone over, and it's like, do you know what you need? The teleporter. No damn teleporter, please and thank you.
Wait, hold. Is that a thing to instantaneously move a token?
Yeah, if you drag and hold Alt when you do it, instead of following the line, it just snaps. Although it seems to be picking up on the teleporters.
That is good to know for me, because I never knew that.
So... if everybody could throw the restrained onto themselves whilst remaining blinded, whilst I quickly, I've got to find a new ambience. Because this just isn't going to cut it anymore. How does Fire Temple sound? I like how Fire Temple sounds.
With everything going on in LA, it sounds a little disrespectful. But it is good ambience, I'm not gonna lie.
And then... do I have Into the Abyss? I have Startling Abyss. Perfect. Daring Abyss. So, as yous awake, we're going to start with Aziri and Ichi. So I've tried, I'm stopping and I'm trying, but it just ain't working, buddy. Yous awake. The room is warm. Rather warm.
It's nice.
You find that you're stripped of all your possessions. You're still kept decent in that regard, but armor, weapons, books and such, gone. It smells a rather sweet smell, but also sick. Not like trash, but like something else. I don't quite know what, but well, if you know, you know when you know. As you come to, you find yourselves in these cages. These wooden cages in a straw floor. Hanging from the ceiling are numerous chains. And you can hear this rather fetid tongue speaking in a language that neither of yous understand. The strange shape walks by, and as your vision comes to, you can both remove the blinded tag.
Oh, hello.
Not you.
Oh,
Bad guard.
whoops.
Don't worry, we'll come. Too late now.
Sorry, I was already, because you said you both. I was like, huh, both? We're the three of us.
Yeah, the two of us
weird.
who are restrained.
These are all restrained,
is
but
Clower
just
not
in different ways. We'll come to you
Is
in a
Clower
moment.
not restrained?
Tom, you can remove
You're-
the blinded
you're-
from yourself. Clover, you're restrained as
You're
well.
more mentally restrained than anything.
It's not working.
You're still blind. You
I
should-
know it is.
There we go. You see that thing almost creeping and crawling around. And now the only way I can describe this smell, have you ever been to a reptile enclosure before?
Oh, I love that smell. Sorry.
That's that weird smell you're smelling.
You mean in the bunker on the North Pole? I've never been there actually.
What? I'm glad we're all confused.
Never mind. Next time.
Creature seems to walk round and place its hands on the cages. And it speaks rather loud. This guttural, hissing language. It's you hear coming from another side. An echoed voice. Rather lower in tone. Don't quite know what's been said, but you've never seen this creature before. Chloe, as you awake, for you things are a little different. As you can now unblinden yourself, you find yourself in a room. Your armor stripped, changed into something different. Still very much armor you're used to, but it's definitely not yours. You've been stripped down and changed into something else.
This women saw my pee-pee?
What happens on Rehypnol stays on Rehypnol.
Alright.
You can no longer get married. Side effect.
By the way, it doesn't do unarmored defense.
What doesn't do unarmored defense? You're set to unarmored right now?
Yeah, I should have an armored defense.
Okay, I'm
as
going
a
to start it
barbarian,
right now.
but it's not.
There you go, mate.
I don't know why.
Oh,
Okay, cool.
it's because it was a passive that wasn't ticked on. There you go.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Gark, I've sent you a DM. Just tell me one or two.
Am I allowed to look up what the second does? I can make a fat guess, but I don't remember.
I'll just tell you.
Oh, I'll pick number 1, please.
Okay. That's what you're wearing. It takes you a moment to come to. The drugs really did fuck with your mind. As you're lying on this table, your body is struggling to move for the most part. But there we go. Put that there. That look cool. You hear the guttural speak of the creature, and as you start to come around, I'm going to ask you for a stealth check there.
Me?
You.
Uh-oh.
You groan and look up, and is this fucking thing turns round and gets down to your level. Ew. Impure. The others will make great sacrifices. But we must cull the weak. Be not afraid. But death
Seraphim.
shall be glorious. He slinks back over to the book, and you watch as she grabs the dagger from the table and she spins it round in this almost the way someone would knock a poker chip between their fingers. She spins that round and starts reading the passage. You hear this almost rhythmic cadence to her voice.
Does she seem to have any weapons other than the dagger?
No. But I'm going to ask you as you're lying here, you're on this table, your arms are all up on the edges, you've been trying to get up. Make an investigation check.
Ooh.
You feel that under this altar, on your right hand side, there is something metallic. Something long. Something heavy. And then she...
Can I peek over it? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, there you go.
Can I peek over the side to see what it is? Like,
Yeah.
one eye?
I'm gonna...
Or is it purely tactile
It's purely tactile, but obviously you kind of like get a lean over, and you can feel that it's got this weird balance to it. As you kind of push down and move it to the side on this pivot point, you watch as what would just be about past your feet, you see something but 8-9 centimeters thick that comes to a point with this nice inlay that seems to reflect off of the sconce. It looks like a rather ceremonial greatsword. You can also see blood and bones around. You're on a sacrifice altar. What would you like to do?
To get up, is that a check? Or am I just still unable to exit prone or whatever?
You're slowly coming to it. You're just a bit stiff right now, but it is coming to you. You could try
wait.
up. Yeah.
I'll wait with anything physical until I feel confident in my abilities to actually do anything physically. In the meantime, this woman speaking something. Oh wait, Cloud doesn't understand the language, does he?
No, that was why I specifically asked about the languages, because Abyssal is written in the Draconic script.
Alright, well, he ain't a fucking dummy, so he can make a fat guess with the bones and all. But does the text, if he can even see it at all, you're just allowed to say no, seem like magical in nature? You know, how you'd perhaps summon something? Or is this purely just like a chanting, like a prayer?
Give me flat intelligence.
God.
Please don't be your dump stat. Oh.
No. But
this
it's a penalty.
This is more this creature is reading it out loud and following it through, because they're reading a language that they may not have as a primary. And the book is not written in their native tongue, so they've got their finger on the page, following along, reading out loud, just to be sure. It just sounds rhythmic due to her cadence.
Alright. Oh. How is the physical part feeling? Okay, stand up, is that possible now?
You could stand up. I'd say you could try. Are you taking the sword with you, or are you just going to try stand up?
I'll try and stand up. If I can't see its sword, I don't quite trust it.
You can see it on the other side, like you had your hand on it.
Yeah, but it's not my sword. It's, you know, I might use it and then my hand blows up. Who knows? Judge Dredd type shit.
It's a good movie. Yeah, I'd say you can try. I'm gonna ask again, probably stupidly, for a stealth check.
Oh.
You get up with a relative ease, sitting up, swinging your legs over, and as you do, you hear immediately switch code. You watch as the hand stops. Now, be patient. I'll be with you shortly. She goes back to it. Doesn't seem to turn to look at you in any way. You get the feeling that she may be overestimating her abilities. or underestimating you entirely.
I wasn't able to get up, was I? I
You'll
can
be able
try
to
again,
sit
I
up and
suppose.
turn round. I'm asking for a stealth check to see how quietly you do that.
Oh. Okay. Can he inspect that sword a little bit more, seeing as she isn't paying attention to it anyway?
Yep. You're gonna.
Like, how evil does it look in a scale of 1 to 100?
Not really, to be honest. The handle wrap seems to have these nice little inlays that give it a good texture. The back pommel of it seems to have this web that seems to come out with this. You can see in the light this purple stone in the middle, and as you look up the blade, and with that look, you can see the nice, beautiful elven design laid down the middle and on the edges. Evil? No. Ceremonial? Fuck yeah. When the cross guard itself is inlaid with some beautiful gemstones.
Oh, fuck it, you know. If it's not evil, you might be able to sell it. He'll try and grab it. If it's wedged in, if it seems like he needs to do a lot of effort, he'll leave it.
This is as easy to pull out of here as anything you've ever grabbed before. You're gonna just take it and give it that little lift so it doesn't drag, and as you start to bring it out and look, you know, I look at you, look at him, you know, start bringing it up. It's just a very decorative greatsword. There's an awful lot of dried blood on the tip. Looks like it's went through a few people.
It's alright, it's about to go through one more of them. I'd like to just... Okay, well actually I'm going to stand up here.
Hi, darling!
Yeah.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask you once more for a stealth check. If your stealth check beats the passive perception of this creature, as it is, you can make your first attack with advantage and have surprise. Well, that beats it.
Yeah.
That beats it.
Not 20.
How about you and me do that beautiful thing where we roll initiative together? Either way, you will go first because surprise. Man just rolls another nat 20.
Yeah.
Just another nat 20. And I'll take the
Sword of Evil, grant me strength to smite this fucking bitch and a half.
What are the new rules on surprise, by the way? Because those changed a little bit, right?
Let's find out real quick. I'm assuming that's going to be in our glossary at the very back.
Yes, should be.
D G O P P P P P R R S. Short rest. Shape
they only
shifting.
get
Page 376.
376. Thank you very much, Vox. Surprise! A creature caught unaware starts. Let's start with combat. Surprised causes it to have disadvantage on its initiative roll. Yeah, but I don't like this for this, so you know. Gart goes first anyway, so doesn't matter at that point there. Gart just gets that free, and I don't think disadvantage is going to matter here. It rolled an 11. So, Gart, do you want to make your first attack right now?
Yeah, with the whole... I forgot what I said. By the powers granted to me upon God or something, I will smite this bitch in half. I would like to cast this. Might not be the smartest move, but it's definitely a move. And, fuck, how do we do this?
I mean, you do have
There
a
we go.
4 in intelligence, it makes sense.
So, you've got to make a strength saving throw as well with your thunderous smite. An audible, an audible
suppose
300 foot in
Everyone
front of you.
fucking hears this. Wait, in front of me? No.
Sorry, within 300 foot
everyone.
of you.
And sound travels around corners.
They might think it's a doorbell, you know, Uber Eats or something.
Hey, hi, so this is probably a good time to go ahead and put a pause on it, take a break, do whatever we need to do. We're going to go through some quick adverts real quick, and then we'll get right back to the game at hand. First and foremost, we are still available on Patreon and Coffee. Links are above. Name is above here. There is now a ton of maps for different AD&D modules, some Dragonlance stuff in there as well, and some stuff that I've actually used in games as well. So go ahead, take a little look. You can support me on there if you wish. You can just subscribe here. Dealer's choice, either way. It's got stuff on it now. Now we are still partnered with the guys over at AdverntureOn. Yes, we are with them. Community of now over 1,000 members who are here playing D&D. Be that Play by Post, Foundry, Roll20, Owlbear. It's there, ready to play. Plenty of DMs, even more players. Open welcome community. Links below and also on screen. Enjoy. So there's a go live time. This is when games will go live here on YouTube and you'll be able to see them. So that is firstly in the Europeans, 8 PM CEST, 7 PM GMT. In the States, that's 2 PM EST, 1 PM CST, and 11 AM PST. On Mondays we head up to the frigid north of the Sword Coast once more to Icewind Dale to face the rime of the Frostmaiden. On Tuesdays we trade the frost with the tropics as we head down to Chult for Tomb of Annihilation to stop the death curse. On Thursdays we keep things eldritch with Vecna, Eve of Ruin, the 1-20 game where I even bring in new dungeon masters to run it with me as a player. Things are getting weird now. Keeping us firmly in the northern part of the Sword Coast, every second Saturday DM King takes me and a bunch of mates through the lost mine of Phandelver where we try to find the obelisks and what lies below. Now things get real fun in 2025 because on Saturdays or Fridays, depending upon where you are, we have Dungeon of the Mad Mage. On a Friday it will be 5 PM PST, 7 PM CST and 8 PM EST. However, on a Saturday, 1 AM GMT, 2 AM CEST and 9 AM Hong Kong Standard Time because we have players there. And as a spicy extra bonus, Dungeon of the Mad Mage will go weekly, no more time between. Every weekend, unless something comes up, you will be treated to a Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Now I managed to stay in all of my clothes the whole time, so without further ado, let's get back to the game. Oh, Fox, do you two just wanna, you know, the concept of roll initiative.
Oh,
that
all works.
The idea of a stealth mission I see is universally these must go wrong.
I've one more question, by the way. Because of combat, I gave myself an improvised weapon, quote unquote, called this. Would you allow me to keep that? It's basically just hitting someone with a pommel in case I want to crack someone's skull open, which is the case with this.
I'll say no for flavour because I'm pretty sure that's part of the Sentinel or Polearm Master feat, where you can, as a bonus action, make a pommel strike.
Oh, okay. This wasn't meant as a bonus action though. This was
as flavour. We can still say, because I imagine if you're doing a pommel strike, you want it to be a non-lethal attack.
Yeah, but also it doesn't make sense for it to deal 2d6 plus 2 damage on a pommel strike. But I get you. I'll delete it.
And I said I got this roll here, so 8 points for this guy's initiative. But as you swack that, she's got to make a strength saving throw initially. As you're going to attack.
Does it hit? I'm assuming yes.
Oh, very much so. Yeah.
Okay.
So she's going to make a strength saving throw and be pushed 10 foot away. She cannot really be pushed 10 foot away and have the prone condition, so she'll just go to prone. So she fucks it. And you do 21 points of damage.
21?
I said what I said. And she is not prone. Where's that little prone button? And then we shall begin once more with you on the top, Giggity. And at this point here, we'll change to this. No, we wanted that. It's this one.
So
Yes?
Vox and I have a a description of the room we're in. Are we tied up? Are we in things? Is there a fire pit in the middle?
Yeah.
You said that we were stripped, right? We don't have any of our items.
None of your items. You are just in underwear, for lack of better terminology.
So
pretty sure
the
quick find. Yeah.
Arcane focus was also taken.
Yeah, pretty sure you could find weapons around. You're in essentially ramshackle cages, for lack of better terminology. They don't have any metal padlocks or such. You can see each other very well. You can see that where the padlock would be, there's just a wedge of wood that's been put in there quite tight. Straw floor, little furnace bit in the middle, a fire, chained hook from the ceiling, nothing on it, and that strange creature there. The basic phrase of "you see what you see," I try to make these maps as close to how they would be described as possible, so anything else you particularly need to know? Tied up?
Are we tied up, or are we free in the cage?
You're free in the cage, but it's very cramped.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, cool.
There's no padlock, but is there a lock or is the door just openable?
Where the lock would be,
So
there's
jammed.
a bit of wood that's been wedged in there, like quite tight. So it'd be just you'd just be able to bust it open using some strength if you wished. But Gark, as you fire this off with that, you all get that deafening ring as you watch as she gets blown back into the ground. You're up.
Does she has a dagger. Does she have any other weapons?
No.
Alright. Is it an object to grab that dagger, or is it an action?
It's in her hands. You would have to make a disarming strike.
Is that an actual thing?
Yeah, Dungeon Master's Guide 2014, but I allow it because it allows for some more tactical gameplay.
Okay, well. How much was that?
She gone at disadvantage. 13 plus modifiers. Cool. I believe that's a hit for.
Hey.
Yeah, there we go.
My AC is 16. And modifiers are +3.
The dice is +3. Oh yeah, the dice is 13. Then the modifiers are +3 on 13, which is 16. And the damage is actually 5 piercing.
Alright. That thing I see in the south, what exactly is that?
In the south, here.
Yeah, I see like
Those
a
are two metal
brazier.
braziers that seem to have these serpentine skeletons as their decoration, and you see a set of stairs heading up. You also, yeah.
No, go ahead.
Is he also here? Now that basically everyone in that room's awoke, the panic. Ziri, Vox, you see the priest, the Demeter priest, and the older man kind of waking up, and a panic comes over their face.
Both of them have also been stripped, right?
Yep.
Okay.
You said panic, right?
Okay.
Yeah, they have no idea what the fuck's going on.
Can I hear what direction that panic is coming from?
Directly in front of you, like
There are 3 in front of me. That way, okay, I'll take a dash action. There you go. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have taken a dash action.
Maybe you should have struck the lone person and killed them.
Well, the idea
Doesn't
with
matter.
this guy is his allies are somewhere else about to be sacrificed. I better go and save them, and this broad, it can suck it.
Okay, so on my turn, on Ichvreth's turn,
Icky.
Ichvireth.
Icky.
I would want to see which of the 3 people besides Ichvireth locked up here looks just on a superficial level the strongest. Like biggest muscles. Okay.
This is an old man and this is a priest.
Fair enough. Could also have been like a muscular priest or something. Second, is there a stone that may be worth more than 1 copper piece?
A stone worth more than 1 copper piece.
Anything that I could throw that is worth more than 1 copper piece. Within hand reach, inside or outside of the cage.
Your blood save, come again. Yeah, we'll see. You find a ring, rather cheap, banged up ring, but it does look like at one point it was maybe worth a few gold. Now it's worth no more than scrap value.
And would this do any damage if thrown?
I'd go ahead and say improvised weapon D4.
Good enough for me. True strike. And I throw the ring at this thing here.
I was completely wondering where he was going with this, and I was looking for the catapult spell the entire time. Magical insight, you make 1 attack, unit K, spellcasting, weapon use spellcasting ability for the attack, damage roll instead of strength is dexterity. Okay, so you're basically making a ranged attack with this.
Yes.
Okay, and it's classed as a magic range attack or just a standard range attack? Use your spellcasting. I'm gonna say since you're using your spellcasting,
Magic. I can also choose deals damage. It can be radiant damage or the weapon's normal damage type, which is my choice. And I think I would choose radiant.
Yeah. Roll an Eldritch Blast. Got all the modifiers I need. A 10 will miss, sadly.
Okay.
Do you wish to do anything else with your turn?
I want to yell at the creature. Hey, you have something stuck on your foot.
Anything else?
Besides yelling at the creature?
Yep.
No. That's my turn.
The Yuan-Ti Pure Blood will stand up. And
selfish.
Turn round. And as it does...
That's dark. Selfish. She wants to keep you all for herself.
So she'll take her 15 foot. And she will say in the common tongue, "Get back to where you came from." Points towards the table. Wanna make a
wisdom save, I'm assuming?
I'm assuming wisdom. I've got to double check it myself. I believe it's wisdom. It's wisdom. I'm gonna say wisdom.
Fuck me.
And you're just like, nah. So she'll just go ahead and like that. Yeah, it was wisdom. And she will shrug because she can't do much else. It's easy.
So, just for clarification, the pit in the middle, is it an open pit or is it sort of a...
it's just a brazier.
brazier?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Brazier.
That's,
Well, first things first, waking up and finding herself in this situation, she is going to freak the fuck out and she is going to... Where's my rage ability?
I don't think you got that to level 3.
What?
I get rage.
You sure about that?
No fucking.
Yes. Yes, this whole barbarian thing of I rage.
Classes, barbarian. Level 1 rate. Yeah, what the fuck? Why is that not there? Why is that not there? The fuck?
Under features, active abilities, probably.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Okay.
Give me a little sec. I'll quickly get you. What?
So it doesn't seem to apply the barbarian.
There you go, buddy.
It didn't apply the unarmed.
It's there now. It must just have been an issue with my initial.
I'm
Tom,
gonna rage.
I'm not trying to be funny, mate. I think you'd have hired. Oh, it's the scale mill. Yep, push dash. Heads up my ass. Do not worry. As I say, you got hired. You bonus action. Get very angry.
Yeah. And then I'm going to try and smash my way out of this cage.
Farm girl smash. Yep, make a athletics or strength check. Your choice.
I have advantage because of the rage. Oh, nice. So for everyone else, Aziri starts screaming in agony as from her, all over her skin, this sort of like almost luminescent, radiant flames start appearing, and you realise that they match up with scars that were there. And then she starts to try and smack. Now, Scottish, do you remember when I said at the start that when you're supposed to be good at something and you can't roll higher than a 10, it's very frustrating.
Yep.
That's happened to me every single fucking roll so far. But anyway, here we go.
As you get that anger, and as you do, you kind of feel this connection all over, somewhere and nowhere, as this rage wells up, and you just start screaming, shouting. You're shaking this cage like an enraged chimpanzee in a cage, like the beginning of 28 Days Later, and you are screaming as you then, Fox, you get something in your shoe. The Broodguard Yuan Ti standing there looking round. It comes up to here, as it does, starts screaming in a language that you don't understand, Aziz. It's screaming at you, you're screaming to get out. It's just not having its best time. As you watch as it does, and then its skin seems to start shaking. This almost rather weird way, like a chameleon. As it does, it grabs the cage and starts shaking the cage counter to you. This is clearly a mentally unstable Broodguard. Speaking of mentally unstable, Gark.
Hello. Need to very quickly. Uh-oh. Measure.
Oh,
Measure.
welcome to the club.
That's alright. Flower will enter the room, sprint inside. Unfortunately, he failed to save, so he will cast this. And once more, strikes at this mentally unstable creature.
There's no way to talk about Aziri, she's right there.
That's alright. 22 for 8.
22 for 8,
Plus 4.
then save.
Plus 3,
It saves, but it still takes 2d6 damage, right? It's just not knocked.
Yeah.
So, fails to save, so you hit that and you watch it takes plenty of damage. It once more deafening as it turns and looks at you holding the cage. Its eyes widen as the pupils dilate to nothing but the thinnest of little fangs. Vox.
Oi, oi, oi.
Oh,
Is it
wait.
done?
Sorry, yeah, my ass. Sorry.
Oh shit, now I forgot to measure. Oh, I can move 10 feet. I'll move a little closer to Aziri. Well, that's actually I wanted to try and finick with the lock and everything.
I see, as you look at it, it's not a lock, it's just a bit of wood. Like a bit of wedging dowel.
Alright. Well, that's his turn.
Then Vox, describe in great detail what you do whilst I pee.
I would like to see around the creature, around the Yuan Ti Broodguard number 1, wondering where Yuan Ti Broodguard number 2 might be, whether I can just about see the corner of the piece of wood that is locking the cage where Aziri is stuck in, so that I may be able to snipe it with my Eldritch Blast. Obviously with the full intent to break the piece of wood so that the cage opens. And hopefully, potentially, taking some of the attention of the UNT Broodguard #1 to myself as a distraction by having this Eldritch Blast light up.
So, as I was tinkling like a princess there, it came to my realization that you're missing your spell-casting focus, and therefore technically would not have been able to cast that first spell. So,
Who's
why?
speaking to me?
Vox,
Why not?
Oh, okay.
because you need an arcane focus to cast spells.
Any spell at
For
all?
material components, yes.
But the
not
material
for
component I
only-
had.
Oh, was it the rock worth 1 copper?
The ring, yeah.
Oh, right.
I had the material component, and Eldritch Blast doesn't have any material components. So I shouldn't.
Okay. I'll double check it for the safety of it. You find something that works, and I'll say it has 3/4 cover plus 5, but you can. I get the feeling you can more than likely still make that. Then again, I've been wrong before.
Maybe it can accidentally hit the UNT Broodguard that's standing in the way. Because that's the cover it has.
That's the cover it has. You would need a 14 to hit the Broodguard.
Ah, okay.
You basically needed a 10 on the dice to hit the thing. As you try and fire that off, and this now the Broodguard kind of turns to look at you. Also, I don't know why it's numbered, this particular token, when every other token has a name. But this is the only Broodguard on scene, don't worry. And then I need to fix... Yeah?
Then, well, I can't do much else. Would I be able to free action or bonus action or whatever, try to do something about the piece of wood in my own cage?
Make me a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand.
Cool, let me just check here. Okay, so... we'll replace dexterity with strength on this one to be safe, and we'll call that a 13. As you're firing that off and trying to push your little bit of devil and feel it. Now you can feel it there. It's like, okay, I know what it is, and you're trying to push it through. I will say you've lowered the DC for breaking it through, or the AC for it. Did anything else your turn?
Nope, that's my turn. Oh,
Don't worry, we pushed
Sorry.
it. Don't worry. Unless Tom starts having those issues again, in that case, worry.
yes.
The
Well, good so far.
Broodguard, not the Broodguard, the Pure Blood will move in towards the room using her dash action. She'll look around menacingly. Stick her tongue up in there and go and taste the air. Ziri, you're up.
Screaming, can I reach through the bars, try and grapple the Broodguard, and then sort of force his head to sort of headbutt into the lock area?
Yeah. Yep, I'll say it's rolling an arm strike on that one.
So it's a grapple, I think, isn't it?
Yes. So I don't think grapple changes too much on this one either. It's its choice, so yeah, as you reinforce to grab it, and it immediately... It's not a saving throw. It should be a check.
It's in the
not a
new-
sa- Is it really?
It's in the new rules, yeah. It's changed.
So I need to just like bring all my games together at this point. In that case then, wow, okay, wow.
Page 367.
Nice. You go to grab it, and as you do, you grab its scaly skin. As it kind of moves away, and you feel your fingers go through the skin, and you get nothing but dried serpentine skin.
So, did it succeed?
Yes.
Okay, fine now. Cool.
Anything else?
I can't nurse my action. That's good.
Then we'll move over to this one here. As it moves away towards yourself there. Vox.
Would you allow me to make an opportunity?
Yeah. You can take it if you want to.
Sure. Oh, sorry.
As you swing at this one here, and you do that, cleave comes down on it. As your 21 does hit, your strength modifier being 3 plus 1 for 4.
Yeah, so punch it.
As you kind of punch it as it moves away, and as it kind of flies away, you watch as the great sword comes in and down as it spins round and gets to your cage there, Vox. It is holding on, panting. You can see the blood running down its back. And as it does, he has nothing. As he leans in, I'm going to argue it here that you have 3/4 cover in this because you're in very small holes, so he has a plus 5 to your AC, so that gives you an effective AC of 17, and he rolls a 4 on the dice. As you watch as he goes to lean forward to bite you, and as he does, just headbutts the cage. God.
Is it free, Vox?
Did it damage the cage?
It's done more damage to itself than anything else, but the DC again is lowered for Vox. As you watch this, Yoga goes in, swings at the pure blood in the doorway. Nothing. Miss. Vox, you're already up.
Does the pure blood in the doorway have cover?
Let's... No.
Does the bars in front of Aziri's cage have cover?
Half, so plus 2.
Oh, sorry. The thing takes 2 damage because of graze.
Oh, an additional 2 damage because of graze. Oh, wait,
Forgot about the mastery thing.
there we go. Don't worry, we're still remembering these.
I will ignore the Yuan-Ti Brute Guard number 1 and instead target Selfish Yuan-Ti Pure Blood with a 9.
You know what? I've taken 2 off the wrong creature. It's 2 off the creature you miss. 9 shall sadly also miss there, buddy.
Huh, no kidding.
Anything else?
I think I'll skip the bonus action for now to pry the bar loose more, so nothing else. There you go.
The selfish Yuan-Ti takes her hand and runs it down the filth of your face there, while it whispers into your ear. Save yourself. And as it pushes up against the wall and gestures its hand forth towards the hallway, inviting you to leave, I'm going to require another wisdom saving throw. And you just save yourself.
We'll say it's a pretty broad suggestion, mate.
It is. She's offered you a path of salvation. It's up to you how you take it.
What?
You're free to interpret her actions and words how you wish. She's made way for you to pass by her unabated.
You should interpret it as slaughtering everyone in the match.
Ziri.
I am having to reload this.
Right.
Yeah, I think.
Okay, I'll
So
stop.
No, well, I don't think it might be. I don't know. Can you just advantage athletics to try and smash the gate and get free, please?
Of course, of course. We hold Alt, we hit Athletics. A 16 just... as the door comes basically free, and you are now free to roam this battlefield.
I would like to move over to the brood mother, the brood guard next to Vox's cage, please.
Yep, yep.
It's my turn.
Okay, then we'll move over to the brood guard as it sees you have now broken free of the cage. This thing's got like such low intelligence, it's so dumb, it's like me. It's gonna look at you and it's gonna give you, you've now broken free, you're a bigger target than anything. It's gonna go ahead and give you a little well, it's hungry. A 20 for 3.
Yeah.
Which is half to 1.
Do you mind doing it for me?
Got it, yep. I assume you're still having some issues getting in there.
It's just loading.
Yep. And then for see if it takes that little bite, it will then try to hit you with the good old backhand. Oh shit, on a shingle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nat 20. The good news is you only take 6 of that. And we move over to the charmed Gark. I'm looking for the fucking charm thing.
You're allowed. Oh right, sorry.
Yep.
Oh, charmed.
It's the suggestion spell which technically charms you.
Technically, but does it actually do the charm condition?
Yes, when you suggest going for limited to one sentence and magically influence a creature you see within range can hear and understand you. Creatures that cannot be charmed are immune to this effect.
Does it say the target is charmed? That is very important for what I'm about to do right now.
See, must be save with one save, pursues course of action using ability. Just double checking here. So I'm asked to. You know, it actually doesn't say the condition is charmed.
So then, my next question is, and you're allowed to say no, as a DM. Save yourself. This bitch stabbed me, was about to sacrifice me. Part of saving myself is running away, but also killing her in the meantime.
No, you consider her friendly.
Oh, shit.
She is friendly.
I'll make the spell public for you, so that way you can scroll up a little bit and pull it down to read full.
Well, what is a friend but a sacrifice to be made? Can I move past her?
Yeah, she's just pushed up against the wall. You know, that, like, you know, be our guest to be our guest.
Oh, can't do much about it. Which move have you got? Oh, sorry.
Don't worry.
There we go. And he will use a bonus action to follow the suggestion even more. What the hell? There we go. Hello? Healing?
Yeah, no, so automatically it doesn't automatically add it. You'll add the health yourself, but you get to pick the pool if it's any higher. So you can just like throw 5 on yourself instantly. It's still updating MIDI, so I don't think that part is active quite yet.
The suggestion spell doesn't say. I don't see there that it makes the caster seem not hostile.
As soon as you're limited sentence, magically influence a creature you can see within range that you can hear and understand you. Creatures cannot be charmed to this. The suggestion were in such a manner that makes the course of action seem reasonable. As a creature to do all these bad things, obviously ends a spell. The target must make a wisdom saving throw and a failed save. It pursues the course of action you describe to the best of its ability. And the suggested course of action can continue for the entire duration. If the suggested activity can be completed in a shorter time, the spell ends when the subject finishes what it's asked to do. Specify a trigger condition. You don't technically see it as friendly, yeah.
Hey, it's up to you.
But you are acting out its wishes to save yourself. You've moved as far as you can. You're giving yourself a little bonus action, lay on hands, which is technically healing.
The only thing I figured was saving yourself. Does that include killing the things that are trying to kill you?
She saves on that one there. That one's going to be open to interpretation, I will say. All she's done is swing at you and woke you up from an altar.
She stabbed me, but
You were running away. You just weren't friends at the time.
Sorry.
You fire that one off, you
No.
watched it like rips just a bit of her dress, and she shakes her head. She maintains concentration and takes 1 force damage.
Nice. I have cast it 4 times and rolled 2 ones.
I don't have the encounter statistics tag on, by the way, so, you know, that was just a module eating up space for no reason. And
I
also...
have the encounter statistics in my head.
Anything else?
Yes, I will try to continue prying with my bonus action on the bars.
Sleight of hand
But-
using your strength modifier rather than dexterity. So, 1d20, take away 1.
1d20 minus 1.
Damn. You're fiddling with it. You do feel that it is getting very, 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 very close. DC is basically on the floor, but I've watched people fail 7s. Did anything else return?
I mean, these are the only good rolls I can make anyway, so no, I am not doing anything else, including pressing the end turn button, because that scares Tom.
Tom's PC just straight up doesn't have a good time. The pure blood will walk on up to Azizi, and it does, will place hands on her and try to get her down on the ground. A anti-grapple check from yourself there, Tom.
Do you want to make it visible so I can click on the button, or do I?
I
just make
don't
strength
have the
save?
buttons like that. The buttons are only a player thing.
Okay.
Thank God. She rolled an 18. Do you?
It doesn't work like that.
Oh,
It doesn't work like that. It's a set DC of basically like a. The grapple is her strength or dex modifier plus proficiency. Right. Yeah.
Damn.
It's grappling is not the same. It's
Oh, that's
better for
changed.
monk.
cool.
Yeah. It's not the same. It's why
Even lower then.
barbarian.
Even lower.
Yeah, he doesn't have advantage. No longer has advantage on its strength chase to try and grapple them.
So the grapple's even changed. That's nice. I'll let you remember that one now for all other. But yeah, you are up, Munfred.
Yeah, well, I'm going to do the same thing. I don't really pay attention to her because she hasn't actually done much to hurt me. So I am going to try and grapple the boot guard in front of me.
And he will
DC 13 save, either dex or strength.
grappled.
In that case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and use 5 foot to force him into Box's cage and try and shatter the door to that.
Okay, so you're just gonna try and like push him, just full on police brutality.
Yeah, right into it and try and like break it apart type thing.
Yeah, you're gonna push it across, and as you do, you watch as like the little shim of wood seems to fall out to the ground. Vox, the only thing locking you in this cage now is your friend.
Then the rest of my movement, I'd like to drag him over to the brazier and stuff his head in the brazier.
Yeah, roll 3d10. Because fire was updated from d6s to d10s, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, brother.
You smell this, you hear the crackling and popping, and just like good crackling on pork, this guy's face turns. And he takes 18 and drops in the fire and immediately just starts burning away.
The whole time Ziri is screaming in pain, and these like little small flickers of radiant flame are bursting from her skin. She sort of turns to look at the other creature in the room with them. That's my turn.
Kill, kill, kill.
I was really expecting this thing to have some either fire resistance or immunity. Okay.
What? You just run to another room as you open up into this room here. You can see it's warmer, much warmer. Smells different as well. You can see this cross of fire, a door to the left, and an open wall to the right. You hear a hello? I've heard two bangs.
Oh, sorry. He'll take a dash action, doing the whole save yourself bit. That does not seem like an exit. So he'll go over yonder. That's that.
Okay.
Then
Then I'll move us.
nothing is blocking me anymore from
You're right.
getting
Nothing's blocking you.
Guidance doesn't help with attacks, right?
What check?
Like if I would give guidance to Azuri, that doesn't help with attacks against the selfish UNT pure blood.
No, that would be the bless spell that would be required there.
I'll check if there's
So
anything else I can do.
So
I think
Vox,
it's-
in 2014, you could have guided me and I'd have got the bonus on my athletics check to grapple her.
yeah.
But now it's not a check, it's a save, so it's not as effective for that roll.
Mm-hmm.
8 plus proficiency modifier and strength modifier and proficiency bonus. Oh yeah, she rolled. She basically rolled a 10 there then, Tom. Basically rolled a 10.
Yeah.
Is there there's like scraps around, you said, right?
Yeah, there's all manner of like weird scraps and shit. Yeah.
Are there like pieces of wool maybe?
Wool. You think they're
From-
sacrificing sheep?
I mean, if there's like an old sweater that is lying around somewhere. Most types of clothes would be made of wool, probably.
I'll say there's some scraps of clothing stuck to things, yeah, from dried blood. People have put up a bit of a fight in places, sure.
Okay.
Was a boot guard wearing it, I think.
Oh.
Nope.
What do you think, Bugs?
Can you say like where on the map I could find some of this cloth?
Just stuck to the bars of like, you know, your
Anywhere. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I will take a bit of fleece from those pieces of cloth, and I will cast over here. No, actually over here. Minor illusion. To make a banging sound. So behind the UNT pure blood.
Okay.
As a distraction.
Yeah, you start making a distraction. It doesn't look like it has to make any checks or saves here, but I could just be wrong. But we'll see anyway. Didn't else your turn? You are free to leave this cage now.
Yeah. I will then. Oh yeah, I'm not restrained anymore. I'll take the restrained off. Oh no, that doesn't work.
God damn it, Fox.
Oh, that's the wrong button.
Oh,
Sorry, it was on 15.
15, cool. Update combatant. 15. There you go.
Sorry. And then I will. Wait, that's 10 to when I'll go over here. That's 15, 20, 25, and this is where I will stay for now,
Okay.
and I will end my turn.
The UNT hearing the banging but also seeing the girl will take her dagger and call this a distraction. At this point here she's seeing that one dinner has gotten away, one sacrifice has gone away, but the gods the gods have two great sacrifices here, and one of them is right in front. 7, 3, 10 misses. Siri.
Screaming and calling out in pain and agony to Lathander, I'm going to try and grapple this. She looks half snakish, doesn't she?
She looks very human in all other places, but there are little bits of her that do seem to have scales, and her eyes are very serpentine as well.
Unhuman abomination.
Kind of looked like the guy that was in the back of the cart with you that slunk away before dinner.
Fuck. Alright, yeah, so she's going to try and grab this one as well.
Natural 14. Oh, she passes. Anything else?
No, this is my turn. Yeah, I think for rage I need to attack, take damage, or force him to make a save, which I've done. So yeah, so rage is.
Or you can also just take your bonus action to extend it as well.
Yeah, that's it.
Boy.
Just interest. Is the brazier fixed to the ground, or is it just sort of like resting on the ground?
It looks like it's resting on the ground, but it is quite heavy.
Yeah. Okay.
You come to the door. I'm going to play this game firstly with myself, saying what can you see? As it matters, you can see everything into this room. Good, Gucci. As you take a little look on in, you can see there's all these weird fauna and rocks that you normally wouldn't expect to find down here, especially with this nice stone floor. There's extreme humidity seems to pipe from the little windows. As you see this one human, rather plain, boring looking guy. Short brown hair, like 5 o'clock shadow, like brownish eyes. You shake on the door and he's there pinned to the wall, held up, and as he does, the woman has the key, I'm pretty sure. As for what woman, however, I can't be sure.
He walks away before he finishes the sentence. Doesn't seem like an exit. Needs to save self. Must save self. There's nothing to the north, right?
Nothing to the north. No, this is a rather dead-endy room for the most part. You can tell it's well travelled, though.
Perchance there is an exit near the staircase I saw. He signs to himself. And he'll dash.
Anything else?
But if you can't monologue, you gotta find a way to do it. He'll dash his downwards, and that's all he can do.
Well, it's just the image of it. It's like, no one else to see it.
You also referred to some weapons on the floor? Or did I misunderstand something?
I think I was in the other room, bud.
Okay. Okay, well... I think this is a very complex thing that I'm going to do now.
If you say Eldritch Blast.
Okay, you're too smart for me.
You cunt.
Can't
A 17 for 3 will hit, however, as you fire off an Eldritch Blast, and she has to make her cons. She kind of standing there, and as you're walking through, I got presumably they're way by the stairs, and he's got to stop, and it's like, as you're just like standing there in the middle of this corridor, just, she will now not be very happy, and she will take her dagger at disadvantage towards yourself there, Tom. A 6 plus misses.
Hey, when did my turn end?
I just assumed you weren't going to do anything with your bonus action, but I've been wrong before. Either way, what she does will still be canon. Yeah, what are you up to?
That doesn't help, I guess.
You just rolled a d. Oh yeah, as you start fumbling bonus action, you start fumbling with it, and I think Demeter's kind of standing there. It starts helping you fiddle with it as well. The Yuan T takes that swing at you, Tom, and then it will miss, and as it does, will act. And as she looks at you, you hear in her tongue, meep meep. You do get attacks of opportunity.
No.
It's only an unarmed attack, right?
Attack is attack.
Okay.
A 10 shall just miss.
The grapple is also an attack.
Can't do that as an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
think you can do it.
What's that number, guys? I can't
Wow.
see. I took my glasses off.
It's a nat 20.
It's
17
yeah,
hits.
17.
For
1.
okay, 1. Hey, it's something. It's as good as an Eldritch Blast.
You like giving it that, and as she runs by, she's got like elbow in the fucking face. And she's gonna run it. Pah!
Does it slow her down at all?
It's the end of her movement.
Seeing her sprint away, I would like to, with 2 hands, pick up the brazier, run after her, and try and smack her with it.
I am gonna request a strength check, as it is still quite heavy.
Yep. Now this I do have advantage on, so let's see.
Oh, I should have given you
Yeah.
guidance.
As you pick this bitch up, I will give you the choice. You can either cave a bitch's skull in with it, or yeet the coals at her.
No, she's caving the skull in if I hit, yeah.
Yeah. Give me a d20 with your... You get nothing. So, give me a d20 plus proficiency, 1d20 plus... No, 1d20 plus strength.
Yeah, so it's +3.
Plus 3, yeah. 16 is still good enough. As you fire that on, give me 2d6 and 2d10. Oh,
2d6
I-
for improvised weapon?
it's still technically a two-handed heavy.
Okay.
So-
oh yeah, okay, makes sense.
As you...
I take it. You can add
He-
5 to that.
What was that, sorry?
You can add 5 to that from strength and rage.
Do me a quick favour, Tom, though. Just roll one of your weapons.
It's just gone black, so you can do it.
Okay? Just want to make sure the numbers are there. Yeah, +2 for your rages there, that's fine. Cool. Woo! Didn't want to get in a session in the middle of the jungle and be fucking shit, but you just take this, like... If you're Chloe, it's like, oh, well, what the fuck? And you just... Boom!
You
You
just
watch-
hear her screaming, "The Founder's flame is purifying you!" and just smacking over and over in the head.
She just watches, she flies forward, like... There's this huge red stain across the floor as she drops dead.
Oh, I no longer have to save myself.
You hear the calls once more. Hello? Help! You wanna get a knife? BRB? On you go.
I will punch and punch and punch again and keep hurting my own fist, I guess.
It
I'd
seems
say it takes
no
like
one's-
a minute or just like a minute or so to get the people out. You do the Monk of Demeter once more kind of looks at you. I guess you'll be in the book after all. Without you, there may not have been a book.
Book, right, book. Chloe will sprint back towards his altar and grab this book and put it in his inventory.
Yeah.
Can I'd like to actually add it. Is it literally just like book? Or
Call it Serpentine Book of Ritual.
Is there anything in this northern room for Azuri to smash with her big empty brazier now?
The northern room. I must say the phrase, you see what you see, a nice locked door, an altar with something on it, and then another altar slightly further up.
She's not going to want to... She'll go over and try and smack open the door.
As you smack it open with ease, door flies on open. You see once more the world's most plain and boring looking man. Nothing remarkable about him in this rather now hot and humid room. It has all those where's that unarmed strike I'm looking for. Yeah, all the trappings of an incubator. Best way to describe it IRL, whether or not you would know what an incubator is a very different story, but best way I can describe the heat and such in here.
Are these two people are free, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna say they fucking run.
Our stuff is
Not
can
down
be
here.
found. Not in here either, I guess.
You come into here, bones all around for the most part, but nothing more. Nothing more else. You can see the Yuan-Ti lying there. It's the dagger that was in her hand, and her skull fucking caved in.
Azuri's still on fire. Would you actually touch her?
Is there a different way to get her attention?
Just
Waving.
wave and point at her? Yeah.
Clapping.
Okay, yeah, then I'll wave and point because I was behind her, so I
Yeah.
figured she might not notice. But yeah, he'd wave. Hello.
As you see her lying there. Now that you're no longer in cage, you see her body there, little set of keys on one side, and her dagger out a little, and then it seems to curve almost like a sickle with a rather serrated edge.
I will loot. I'll first take the dagger, just so that I have something available in hand. And I'll probably also take the keys.
Yep.
And just very briefly check if there's anything else that's useful that I can see on her.
Nothing else on her. I was gonna make a joke there, but I'm not gonna. Nothing else on her.
Okay. And then I will follow my companions over here.
Despite her companions being here and it seeming to be over, she's still freaking out. She rushes over to this room in the northeast with the altars. Are they obviously blasphemous altars?
It's hard to tell what these altars actually are. One altar here, this first one, has a burlaps over it. It's bloodied. The other one at the top, a torch on each side, and then 2 golden eggs, and then a golden chalice. There's no like religious iconography here.
I think she would rush over to the golden altar and start smashing that with her brazier. Either sort of smashing it off the altar like sideways swings, or smashing it down.
So you are... What altar are you destroying? One with the eggs?
The one with the golden stuff, I think. Yeah, the eggs.
You bring the brazier down, and as you smash the 2 golden eggs, you hear that... You watch as they splatter over the floor. What's inside seems to cook, and as you do, bring it down in this marble dais. The brazier seems to now crack right down of its cast iron, and as you do, of the 2 eggs, you see 2 vaguely serpentine, vaguely humanoid forms on the inside. deformed, not fully formed, and an incubation period not yet met under the right conditions. You've committed anti-abortion.
She just keeps on smattering and smattering the thing, even with the broken and battered brazier.
Yeah, sure. Smash that. What's everybody else doing at this moment in time?
This man here, what did he say anything? I forgot. Sorry.
He asked you for help and you walked away.
Well, yeah, I was on a suggestion spell. It's only fair.
There's someone around here. Well, first investigate. This floor, does it look dangerous?
It looks off, is what I'll say. It's definitely different. It has a different. It's almost like its own little microclimate in there. It's very hot, very damp. Its foliage is different as well, alien almost to yourself. You've not quite seen these before. There's two braziers at the back, do light the room, but like big tubs of water next to it seem to let off the humidity in here. Like, it is dripping from the ceiling as well. It's a rather moist area. Doesn't seem dangerous, but it does seem off.
There are rocks here. I would like to not step on the earth, but jump on the rock, and then jump to this rock over here, and then over here, and try to get loose this person here.
Gark, as he starts his jumps, what are you doing?
Can I make an insight check?
On the man, on the room?
The man, because Chloe is on the assumption that those serpentine demons that we fought earlier were human in appearance during the dinner scene. He doesn't quite know what's what anymore. So an insight check to see, is this someone in disguise or is this an actual human being?
Yeah.
I can't see the roll, by the way.
I'll let you know right now. This is the third time you have done this.
Alright. You know how it be.
Yeah.
In that case,
most trustworthy guy in the world as far as you're concerned. I ain't even gonna roll against that.
Is this the guy who gave us free room and board?
No. Completely different look. Like I said, plain as fuck. Like, a little bit of a 5 o'clock shadow. Like NPC type hair, like, you know, like boring ass French crop, short back and sides type deal. Blue eyes, barely a cut on him by all other standards, just shackled up, like,
So, man in need.
I do have some keys here, so I'll use the keys on the shackles, I guess. Or I'll try to.
You place it in and start giving a little. And his hands come down and he steps into the dirt. He falls and. Thank you. You're too kind, truly, yes. As he places a hand on your shoulder. Even in our darkest times, we find some light in this world, and your friend could be doing with some light in his world, I feel. As he puts an arm around you. So, what brings you to these parts?
Does he look wounded?
Not at all.
Well, food and a room is what brought me to these parts. Me and my companions. And Ichvereth will jump back on the same path from rock to rock to get through here.
As the guy kind of walks forward, you watch he kind of moves a plant with his foot. Oh. You're lucky yous were not here for this, by the way. You see this rather large egg that he seems to move, cracked and open. It's a damn breeding chamber or something. Anyway, where are my Darlin. And you are?
Ifra.
Ethereth. Pleasure.
See, you can do it.
I can do a lot of things when I set my mind to it. And your friends, who's strong, silent, and broody one?
Well, not as broody as the eggs over there.
Ah, it's a good pun.
Where did Claymore go?
Freddy's just down there by the lights.
Oh, I will. Is he looking away?
Looking around to
Yes.
see what's going on.
I'll say him. Should I introduce you?
I'd like to meet all my saviors personally.
No, I meant I'm asking Claymore if I should introduce him to what's his name?
Dallin.
Dallin.
Dallin. No, Claymore will just point to the staircase. I don't remember if Itchy knows sign language. I don't think he does.
Yes, he does.
Oh, he does. Oh, sorry. He signs. Let's get them to safety.
It's okay for now. You're safer down here, to be honest.
I'll introduce you later then.
It's okay. Your other friend has turns to watch as he's just completely destroying the altar. She's working things out, clearly.
Has
a hard
the
worker.
things on the altar been broken, scattered, smashed to smithereens?
At this point, pretty much rubble, yeah.
See if I am still scared. My rage ends, and as the fire reduces, it heals me.
Cuckoo, as the man moves forward towards yourself there, Gark. He moves up. Darling, pleasure. He places a hand out. Towards you,
Is it? Yeah. Is this?
to shake your hand.
Does he want something? Oh shit! Oh, sorry. I think it was like asking for like coin or something.
What a
He'll shake his hand. Yeah. Well, it's a little difficult to shake someone's hand. He wants to sign awfully calm for prisoner life threat.
He just takes your hand and shakes it. You know, it's always a shame when you think someone's going to save your life and they don't. Could have been a good help to you, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm sure you were only doing what you had to do. It's like they're just awkward. He's like constantly shaking your hand. He's got like, just enough tight enough grip as you're trying to pull away. He's just not letting it. But yes,
Well, in that
it's...
case, can I make a strength save? Because I do need to sign that sentence.
You can do it with one hand.
It is pivotal. Oh, it'll still try and yank it out. You know, a handshake should only last so long.
Let me just quickly do my math here. There's 8...
I don't like the fact that you need to do math for this.
8 plus strength plus proficiency, wasn't it, Tom?
Yep.
You break free. You...
Cool.
Yeah,
He'll
what?
sign a sentence. Awfully calm for prisoner life threat.
I've been in worse situations. After all, this is the Sword Coast, and life is different here. As he turns to yourself there, as you and you've done a excellent job at destroying that altar, but I'm sure it's been a trying time. Why? So your friend tells me he's here for a free meal and board. Now, Lathander
Yeah,
forbid that this
they-
was what we had in mind, right?
Yes. Thunder forbid. Those bastards. Can't believe it. I was watching up for them as well.
walks on over to the dead one. As he does, he grabs it by the hair and kind of holds it up. However, evil must be smote. Smite, smitten.
Smote.
Common was never my strong suit. Either way, he just like drops the head, just... It's gone now. Well,
While they are doing that, can I just look into this room to see how many eggs there are?
as you take a look in, so you take a look, 5 minutes or so. There are about 6 eggs in various different shapes of deformation. Most of this area is composted mulch.
Are there any eggs that have not been hatched?
All are hatched.
Okay.
Could you describe Dallon's appearance, clothes? Could you just look at him?
Wearing a dirty white shirt with like some brown overalls for the most, like, you know, brownish overalls. They come to about his knees. I suppose like those German hoser type things. I suppose Vox, you know what I'm on about. Kind of like that,
Really.
but then he's got like another set of trousers underneath it, more padded for warmth. He just kind of looks like a random guy that was plucked out of a street. Like man went to the local shop to get a pint of milk and got abducted by the yuan.
So he doesn't have any signs of Lathander or anything like that?
No, but for the most part, yous have also been stripped as well, so God knows what he had.
Perfect. Then I'll just measure Lathander blesses us with his gaze tonight. Right. Let's go.
I think there may be something going on with the others around there. As I came down, I caught a little snippet of them. Yous came in with them, did yous, or were they here already? I vaguely remember being the last one here. Vox is having the time of his life right now.
Yes. I can move other characters.
It's for a grouping purpose, so if I go like this and then go like that and go like that, it means if I need to grab one particular person, I can just...
Yeah, it's very convenient.
The two others I caught a glimpse as we were going down. Did you come in with them, or were they here when you got here?
Is he
Oh,
talking
sign
to
blind.
Azuri?
Talking to the group in general.
I think Azuri doesn't really know for sure what he's going on about, so she just sort of shrugs.
These two people were in the room when we arrived. No, wait, one of them was with us on the cart, I believe.
Ah. Well,
Joined at the same time as us.
what to do is, I'll head on up first. Give me a minute. And then you come up. I'll shout down and let you know if the coast is clear. As you have saved me, allow me to save you.
Clowell will put his hand on his shoulder and very quickly sign, oh shit, dangerous maybe, let strong go.
He places his
what
hand at serpentine torches. They are fire pits with these snake-like bones that seem to come up and hold more lights on them. It's just a decorative torch of nothing else.
Nice.
As he looks at you there, come on. I'm stronger than I look. They just got the better of me with poison of all things. Are you sure you're not poisoned as well? Is that something you checked for? I believe I heard them bring you down.
You have no weapon, though.
Let strong.
Where I'm from, I was a champion boxer. These fists are... Just gonna leans into you. Registered as lethal weapons.
I thought boxers were dogs.
Oh, those are different
I thought
boxes.
they were Porsches.
True.
But give me 5 minutes. I show you. Yeah.
Did the whole handshake thing when he yanked his hand out? Did it feel like this dude had registered weapons?
I'll let you know right now. You only passed the save by 1,
Okay.
and
Yeah,
his dice was
let strong go.
his dice was lower. Here's a little nod. Be a minute, most. Why not? He walks on up the stairs and initially peers his ear and then starts tiptoeing up. Vox, you're going up with him?
I'm trying to like look after him, like to keep him in sight. And Vox, Ichvireth will sign back to Claymore. Just do not have to speak so that Dallin doesn't hear. We follow quietly.
You start going up, so before we move through, you start going up the dark corridor. Wow.
Not so quietly, apparently.
Just these two angels, full on armor, just clank, clank, clank behind
No,
them.
we're not full on armored. Everything is.
Oh right, we're naked.
I'm gonna let you know right now. I rolled a 4 on the dice.
Yeah, I rolled a 2.
You rolled a 4 on the dice as well. We all rolled, bar Tom, we all rolled 4 on the dice. You actually can't make this shit up. As he starts tiptoeing up, and as he stops for a moment and kind of places his arms out. I said I'd go myself and let yous know in a minute. Clearly, if I can hear yous in this darkness, yous need 5 minutes to yourself. Maybe an hour. Take a short rest. You've been busy.
You're very perceptive for having noticed us. But either way, I think it's safer for all of us, including yourself, if we stick together.
Claymore just signs in the fucking darkness behind this guy's back. He's all got dark vision, but like so funny is like just the idea of signing in the dark without knowing dark vision is a thing.
Also, I want to insight check.
Yeah, we try an insight check.
I want to insight check. Obviously, that.
Oh, sorry. Here's
Is
you
he
as well,
trying-
Tom. Is he trying to trick you?
Yeah, is he trying to trick us? Like, yeah, I don't know. Like, leave us behind or warn something about that we escape?
Is he saying this to you? You can hear genuine concern for your health and well-being in his voice. It seems like he's trying to pass on the favor. He's also very confident in what he's doing and everything he's said so far. Like, very much he's been taking a fool, is what you're gathering from what he's said. You know, they drugged him with poison, they drugged yous with poison, they took him off guard, they technically took yous off guard. Yous saved him from what is essentially a breeding pool, which you walked into. At this point now, it does just seem like he's trying to repay it back to you.
Okay. But we've been wrong before, so we'll still follow him. Or Ichvireth will still follow him at least. I assume Aziri and Claymore also.
Yeah.
Well, Flowers just thinks this is a regular guy. You know, he might be in grave danger. So, yeah, we have to protect him, just in case.
He's a follower of Lathander. Why wouldn't we go with him and protect him?
We should invite him to a party.
You watch after a moment. He stops. You see this bright light seem to pulse on off. As he does, he kind of puts his head up, takes a sniff, takes a listen. He then kind of turns round in the darkness as you watch. We paladins have to stick together, obviously. But there's nothing
Obviously,
evil here.
I reply.
He doesn't know who's a paladin, but there's a paladin there with all those smites. I don't detect anything. No evil. Only good.
But could it not be that place has messed up your nose, like so you can't smell stuff?
They may have messed up my nose, but they have not messed up Lathander's. Isn't that right, my paladin friend? And he goes, kind of looks between both Ichi, I've already forgot it, and Koi, looking between both of you. Still can't quite tell which one of you is a paladin yet. Someone smart something. 300 foot's a lot of feet.
Yeah, I got her good. Bashed her head in. Bashed her head in.
Might just be a very loud fart.
Thunder cheeks.
Yeah, it's called thunderclap for a reason, eh? Clapping.
To be
your
fair,
chest together.
Acererak and Ishvaret together are also a paladin.
Watch, he starts walking up some more again. He does, he then immediately takes to a dash and sprints up the stairs as you watch as the light starts coming into focus, and as it does, you just hear this loud bang. He's now can move up and hit the yes button you wish.
Oh. Wow. Teleportation.
He looks round. I don't suppose you've been here before.
Here? Well, I suppose we must have, because, well, we were down the hallway.
But in this room, it's a bit of a dead end, is it not?
We were not, or at least I was not conscious while I was probably brought through here.
Do any of the walls look different?
There do seem to be scuff marks on the wall in front and the wall to the left.
And there's nothing in this room to pick up and sort of throw at the wall.
Our left, or
There's player left, this left here, and here.
Okay.
There are bits of, they're very well excavated, this room. The floors are more water-clogged, dirty laminate flooring. The stairs are very well presented and hewn, but everything that's been excavated out has just been packed up the sides loose. So you fire upon the wooden door. I'm pretty sure an 11 misses. I'm like 90%
Damn
sure.
door.
I'm pretty sure Wood's AC is 12.
damn
15.
door, so strong. I guess we need Aziri for this.
So I would say at this point it's no longer Angie.
No, I'm
Also
not
just a
angry.
guy. It's also a guy with a weapon that sort of could do it.
We haven't seen like a chest with our stuff, right?
I just walk up to the wall in front of me and smack it with my ruined brazier thing.
I'd like to give the help action.
I would like
just,
to give guidance.
Smack my pommel to where Thingy is going to hit stuff to try and weaken it a little bit.
As you smash that off, and the door does crack open. Dal,
It's as easy as that, baby.
I genuinely thought at D4 I'd just seen green. Dom, could you roll the strength check with advantage, please? I genuinely just saw the green 4. Yeah, I saw the green 4 and I'm like, oh yeah, nat 20, that's cool.
That's a 26.
Yeah.
The door is very wide open.
Yeah, who needs secret doors when you've got punch?
Dallin looks...
Sponge.
Is the candelabra thing, the brazier up? It was a chandelier. Is the chandelier still like a light, or is it?
The chandelier is no longer lit. It's just the 2 braziers on each side. It's just the 2 braziers on the side of the door here.
I would like to check this chest where I put the sickle.
It's empty.
There's also no sickle there.
No sickle.
What about this wardrobe, closet, whatever it is?
Last first, same as the first.
I go and check under the rug.
Look on it. All the dust has just been swept under there.
I'd like to... These people can do their thing. It seems peaceful or empty for now. I'd like to pull up that ceremonial greatsword on the table, assuming it's empty.
Yep.
Seeing as we did the dishes, you know. Kind of inspect it, like a little more. Are there like particular glyphs on it? Because
shiny.
Okay, well, first of all, did Clower notice that it did more damage than it should have done?
Yes.
Very
What
are the crafting rules?
Are you fucking going to cook dinner?
I mean, we might as well, right?
I mean, we're here. What are you thinking, Fox? Just run it by me. Run it by me. What are you thinking?
I mean, we are here. There's a room. We can stay here. We've probably been down there for a while, so now it's time for breakfast, right?
It's still quite dark outside. It's not morning quite yet.
Okay.
There are no additional glyphs.
Midnight snack.
There are no additional glyphs there right now. It's just very shiny. Anyways, you're kind of standing there looking under the rug. Dal kind of comes to you and your mute friend seems to be looking at something on the table. Maybe you could help. As this Tim walks to your cell in the kitchen, I would say. So, don't think what you're looking for is going to be under the rug.
Snakes might be under the rug.
There's no snakes there. I'll take a look around.
Does your nose detect snakes as well?
No, but whenever there's snakes, they shed skin and puddles where they defecate. There's been none here. It's rather clean here.
Maybe they were swept under the rug. And I look again. Are there any puddles or shed snake skin under the rug?
Just dust. Like a little pile of dust where they have just been sweeping shit under.
I'll start to roll the rug up.
I'll be. One moment. What's she gonna? Looks on and kind of looks around this room. You hear a door open, and then you hear some noises. We'll say. It sounds like screaming, panic.
Man or woman?
Both.
Then I will draw the dagger, the Yuan Ti dagger that I picked up from the pure blood down there, and I will yell at Claymore and Aziri to follow.
I will follow, dragging the rug behind me.
You get to the door. You push on it. You then hear, just a moment, I have some business to take care of, and you just hear the smash of a window. You try to jam the door. After a... Oh, unless anybody else is going to do anything else to this door.
Not to the door, but to a bed.
You want to go sleep or?
Yeah, just a honk shoe. No, I want to do something else.
You know Aziri is underage, right?
She's 22.
No, she's not.
Okay, never mind.
I'd like to wrap the sword into a wrap it up in a duvet.
Okay. You wrap the sword in a duvet.
Cool.
Makeshift sheath.
Would you argue that right now, seeing as it's wrapped, that it's
Blunt
more like a
weapon?
club instead? Yeah,
That is what?
that it's more blunt. That it cannot be covered in blood.
I would say right now it's technically sheathed. If that makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So could that be used as a club then? Because
Yep, it could be used as a club right now, yeah. Just
he's
wondering where you were going with
stupid,
that.
but he's not. He's stupid, but he's not dumb, and he's figuring, seeing as this tip was bloodied, that maybe something with blood empowers it or something. And he is a little worried what might happen at some point.
Moving up to the door, still dragging or carrying the carpet, I would like to either try and kick it or sort of shoulder barge it open.
Appropriate strength check. As you
No!
up to the door, and you hear like the lock shake. But
I
you don't
imagine-
hear anything behind it.
Imagine that as Ichviras was trying to lockpick the lock or something with whatever piece of scrap metal was on the floor or somewhere nearby, he just has to duck aside when Azir just storms towards the door.
Not quite. It's a very
There's
strong
nothing, no
lock.
sound behind it.
You hear no more sound behind the door, no.
Again.
Yep. At this point, as you're gonna lean back, take your breath into it, and just poof, kick in the door. You see what was once a pristine, beautiful bathroom. What this now is, I did not put on this map. However, as you open the door, you see a divider screen. Box, I'll hurt you. It's a divider screen where there is a lot of red, thin liquid running behind it. From the door, there's a browny red liquid that seems to run from the other way. There is then a third body that is pinned to the wall. The blood runs out, and in its heart, where its heart was, there is a dagger with a newspaper there. There's no blood coming from the body. It's long past decay.
Is Aziri armed?
And as you look
Ziri
at
has a carpet.
and she knows how to use it.
I will give Aziri the dagger from the UNT that I picked up.
And where there
She shakes her head.
was a window between a toilet, as you turn the corner, you see someone basically crammed down the chamber pot. Like someone who would have been about 6 foot is now 2 foot, and probably a number 2. And in the bathtub there is another body that is bleeding out, and all of your stuff. And to the east, where there once was a window, is now just a huge hole in the wall.
All right.
Little bit bigger
got a
than
bet on
a-
one thing. That
than a-
guy
a
probably
dagger.
wasn't a human.
I'd say it's slightly bigger than a human.
Okay.
I'll remove the dagger from my inventory then.
So all your stuff's there. What were we saying there? Before the dagger?
What?
I thought someone said something before Vox said about the dagger.
I don't think so.
So yeah, that is the scene as it lays. What are we doing as a dagger is passed hand to a room of nothing.
Did the bodies? You said one of them is like old, are the others fresh?
Yeah.
No,
There's
they're all recognisable.
one's the old woman and one's very clearly the old man. You see
Giddy.
on their arm, tattooed, is a serpent wrapped round the world and eating the world.
They have been dead for longer, or like just now?
Yeah, they're still pretty much fresh.
Okay, so they were probably killed by our friend.
Yes.
Okay, I want to check this cabinet to see if our stuff is in there.
My friend, that's a toilet, not a cabinet.
It looks like a cabinet, but okay.
Also said your stuff's in the bathtub.
Well, since there's a toilet, can you just...
Yeah.
Everyone can leave the room for 5 minutes, grabs toilet paper, grabs the...
No. So our stuff is in the bath. you
Yeah,
said.
all your stuff is in the bath.
Then I'll...
Can I pick up the newspaper first before anything
Yep.
else happens?
So you tear the newspaper off and take a look at it. Baldur's
Quick
Mouth. Right at the very top. Big heading. Baldur's Mouth. And you see underline in certain words, certain names.
Crossword.
No.
No.
In the what are those? In like the columns, the little news articles, there are words underlined in a particular way. I just gotta get the book real quick. There it is. It says, as you look through it, just reading. My ears popped. Meet Sindra Sylvain, Upper Region, Baldur's Gate.
Told you we had to go to Baldur's Gate. He'll wrap it up. He'll grab his stuff and put the Baldur's Mouth in the
In the toilet?
in the chest. No. Actually, no. He'll pass it around a little bit, but I'll add it to the sheet real quick.
Does
We
anyone
should
have
to
any?
look at it and then say, so, on to Heartbuckler?
Sure, you can go on your own. Can anyone have anything that can write with?
We have some blood on the floor here.
Yeah, it's about to say blood of our enemies. Other than that, no.
What are you
What
thinking?
about? I mean, did the monks have all his possessions on it, or are they here as well?
All of the possessions of the monk and such are still here. Bottles he had, he did actually have like a notebook and some writing utensils and such, so they are there.
I wouldn't want to touch his precious book, whatever that is, but I will take the piece of paper he gave me, and instead of trying to read it, which seems pointless, I'm going to try and copy the tattoos on the people here, so I guess we get an image of it.
Yep. Yeah. I have nothing for it right now, but I will I will get something eventually for you, worry not. But I'll write that down.
This might mean something. Unless, do you know what this means? It's more snakes and stuff. It looks like snake eating a melon.
He'll shake his head. I don't think he'd know of anything like this.
Can I roll religion for that?
Sure.
Not this time. But talking about writing, in my scholar spec there is a book, ink, and an ink pen. So I would be able to write even if there was not stuff here.
Why the fuck did you recommend the blood?
I forgot that I had a scholar spell.
Can I quickly grab the monk's notebook and just kind of flip through it?
Yep.
Looking for two things, perhaps anything interesting that he can read that has, an interesting name, and is everything in that, like, I forgot how you said it, but that particular language.
The monk wrote in common.
Okay, I get it.
The old woman wrote in that particular language. Her little thing is still there as well.
I want to look through that, and I want to compare it to the book I took. Is it the same language?
The script is the same. But you do not know what either mean.
I was asking for the script, so...
Well, see, Vox, as you're looking at it, you know that it's the Draconic script.
And is there a bit of, like, some similar ways of writing words that I would be able to recognize from the script?
Not really, no. These look like... This looks like an absolute jarbled, gumbled mess. As you look at it and try to read the words, and it's like there's a double L, there's a 7, like the double L, there's an E, there's a Z. These aren't words.
Okay,
that's
I'll
Draconic.
tell. Then I will tell Aziri and Claymore. This looks like French.
Damn elves.
Klawa will pick up the notebook and add it to his chest as well. He figures at some point they might run into this kind of people again, and he will slice the tendons of whoever speaks the language and force them to read it to them.
Oh boy.
I mean, I don't read the language, but I can read the letters. I can try to pronounce the words based on what the letters are.
He signs back, no, specifically Serpentine people. The ones who are able to understand it. And he points downwards. He signs, do you understand what I mean?
Yes, but I don't think there are any left here.
Perchance. In the future, ever.
Perchance.
Love that word.
I'll keep it for a week or two and then I'll throw it away, he signs.
No problem.
And he'll take the rest of his belongings. He does... Because this will probably influence fucking travelling. Because right now, Chloe has 2 great swords and 2 sets of chainmail, right?
Cloud has 2 great swords and 2 sets of chainmail, yes. The chainmail you're wearing is considerably lighter than the chainmail that you came in with.
And that lighter chainmail, does it have anything scary? Because they put it on me, so I'm assuming half-ish that this thing is like going to eat me alive or something.
No.
Do you want me to go and see if I can round up the Daisy, Maisie, and Jim?
I forgot I named one Jim.
Gives a thumbs up.
You feel
I'll go off
initially.
and see if I can.
So you feel initially
Round
that
up the
that's. You feel initially you think it's got to be weaker, right? It's got to be weaker because of that, but in actuality, it somehow seems stronger because you run like daggers up and down it and such, like try to like put it in twists. Like you can see, like on the one that you came in with, it does seem to like lose shine, and the metal does seem to take scrapes and scratches. And the one you're wearing, it looks almost identically the same. It's just shinier, and regardless of what you're doing, it doesn't seem to wear.
Okay, I'll take it with me for now. You say it's lighter, but it has the same weight, or it looks to have the same weight.
I went into your sheet, and I clicked off a button rather than importing a thing. That's all I did. Don't worry. We'll resolve that in a moment or two.
Okay. Yeah, if they come into Baldur's Gate, he'll take a further dive into it. But for now, he takes duplicate equipment with him because he doesn't quite trust it.
So 2 great swords on your back and a chainmail in one pocket and a chainmail on the chest.
Yeah, email on the pocket.
Then, as you go out as easy, you grab Maisie, Daisy, and Jim. Again, they are very placid. Yes, maybe you've got away with animals. Who knows? Maybe you just know how to approach them instinctively of your time, but they are more than willing to go with you as they clip, clop, clip, clop. And as you are in the stables with them, you do see just a set of boots just there. They are clearly not used in the stables. And of all the other work overalls and such that are there, this weird set of green boots sits on a wooden box. Sadly, next to the box, on the hay bale, sits about a week old dried blood, but, we listen and we don't judge.
Colourful boots. Yeah, I'll take the boots. They're pretty cool. And take the horses. Is there like food for them and stuff?
Yeah, there's enough food for them. You easily take that
Yeah,
for them.
because she would know enough about looking after animals that she would make sure we have stuff for them. And is it just riding, or is there?
What do you mean? Like riding gear for them, rather than a cart?
Yeah, or is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, or is it a cart?
Individual riding gear and carts are there. Yeah, 3 individual riding gears. Good for everybody.
Flower will sign to both of these people. Do we take the painting with us? We'll sign again. Valuable, maybe? Nice to look at?
Sure. We can do that, but maybe let's first sleep through the night until it's morning, and then we can make breakfast and then head out.
Flower will squint his eyes. He points towards a massive hole in the wall and signs doors locked, and also signs downstairs demon.
Downstairs, dead demon. We'll be fine. I'm sure.
Flower looks at Azeri.
Here he comes back with the horses.
Is Azeri too how do you say that? Distracted for the whole horse thing? Or is Tom just choosing to ignore me?
Probably a bit of both.
Oh.
She wouldn't have heard everything you said, and she figures you're talking to
Well,
Itchy. So
not hearing what Chloe says isn't that difficult, seeing as he doesn't produce any noise. But he'll
because she was out getting the horses, so she wouldn't have seen.
see. Yeah, okay,
You
I
were
get
saying.
you. Chloe will
Like she
walk up
comes
to you
back
and
at the
sign
end.
us.
There's a cart.
Chloe will come back and sign. We take painting with us. Do we sleep here? And also signs. How are you doing?
She sort of shrugs, sort of signs back, tired, scared, don't want to stay here. Rather move on, cleaner.
He'll sign. I ride cart. You two sleep. I sleep after.
Sure.
And,
so
Yeah.
she'll start trying to saddle up the horses to the cart, and then would the painting fit in the cart?
The painting that's the false door.
Yeah.
Broken. Yeah.
Sure. I have a bit of a tight squeeze, but yeah. Squeeze the painting in.
And the
Look.
chandelier. How heavy is that?
Right, now you're taking the piss, Tom. You not getting that big bad boy in, and the painting, sadly.
Oh shit, we got to make a choice.
So for the painting in the carpet.
We can take off the frame and just roll up the painting.
No, absolutely fucking not. We're hanging that shit up.
That's how you usually transport the painting.
We are not savages.
We're not art thieves.
No.
How are you going to transport paintings? You roll them up. That's
Who
the
are
normal
you
way.
to decide how you transport painting?
And
He'll load up the painting in full and just
Get
kind
your
of...
own treasure. Don't pick the
Yeah.
painting. I've got the carpet. You get your own.
I'll take the body.
Weirdo.
fucking wedge of Parmesan or something for you. But
I'll get us breakfast from the kitchen here. There's some supplies there, I'm sure.
let's use
Poison fit.
Could
let Fox figure out what he's gonna take. Could you what?
Could Chloe appraise the painting? See how much it might cost this Bob House of Ross painting of mountains and waterfalls? I didn't forget.
You could make an intelligence check, sure.
Where is... Oh,
Like more than 10
that's
gold.
really worth. It's good enough, you know? Every time I look at it, it's worth 10 gold. That's fuck.
I want to see, is my carpet worth more?
Sure, intelligence? That's a fine carpet. It's got to be worth at least 10 gold.
How many rations can I get out of the kitchen?
Oh my god.
I will
Actually,
say
that is a good question.
I will say 3. As now that you've had a close cut experience with it, you know what's poisonous and what's not in regards to what they've used. So you get 3 days worth of rations out of all the usable food there.
Okay, so now I have a total of 10, sorry. From 7 to 10. There we go.
You load up your loot from this strange adventure and head off on out. This is now cutscene moment as you take the next few days to get to Baldur's Gate. At one point, you do realise you didn't quite get the exact measurement there. You picked up a random standard ration, and at one point, as you went to eat it to sleep, you ended up sadly succumbing to the poison again and being just knocked flat out for 12 hours, dead to the world. But you arrive in Baldur's Gate, and you hear the troubles going on in regards to the people not coming back from the dead. The morgues essentially being filled up with bodies that have not been revivified, raised dead, and no one has been able to figure this one out. You speak to the appropriate authorities and find where you need to go. You get about Gark 50, Tom 20 gold for your painting and carpet.
Yeah. I never said we were selling it.
Yeah, not selling it, keeping it.
Get into a jungle with a painting. Okay.
Yeah. I do have a question. Aziri would ask either someone at the gate if they'd ever heard of someone called Dalen.
They have never heard of a man called Dalen. However, in your walks and travels around as you're trying to get the information to find where this woman lives, every so often you do feel like you just see him at the corner of your eye walking through the streets, always seeming to be wherever a guard says you're in the right place, go here, and never where you're told no.
Great, we developed schizophrenia.
You eventually get taken to a house. And you're taken into the back of the house, into a little waiting room. You hear some doors opening and closing. And eventually a man comes to get you. And you're brought into a room where there are three tieflings, and a woman sitting on a high back chair in this grand room with the fire burning. And she looks at you and she says, "We'll pick this up next week. Level 2.
Giddy.
And now for the magic items.